নমস্কাৰ, সুপ্ৰভাত। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত সংহত ন্যায়িক আদালত চৌহদৰ আধাৰশিলা স্থাপন অনুষ্ঠানৰ এই পবিত্ৰ ক্ষণত আমাৰ নিমন্ত্ৰণ ৰক্ষা কৰি আজি পুৱাই আমাৰ মাজত উপস্থিত হোৱা সকলো মাননীয় অতিথি, বিশিষ্ট ব্যক্তি আৰু সন্মানীয় উপস্থিতসকলক মই শ্ৰীমতী প্ৰণীতা বৰাং আৰু মোৰ সহযোগী শ্ৰীমতী ইপ্সিতা হাজৰিকাৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আন্তৰিক স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটীৰ ৰংমহল, কামৰূপৰ এখন ঐতিহ্যপূৰ্ণ আৰু ইতিহাস প্ৰসিদ্ধ ভূমি। এই পবিত্ৰ ভূমিতেই স্থাপন হ'ব ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় ব্যৱস্থাৰ অন্যতম শক্তিশালী স্তম্ভ গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত সংহত ন্যায়িক আদালত চৌহদ। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ এই নতুন যাত্ৰাই ন্যায়, সততা আৰু সমতাৰ আদৰ্শ শক্তিশালী কৰি সমাজলৈ সদায় শুভবাৰ্তা প্ৰেৰণ কৰিব বুলি আমাৰ দৃঢ় বিশ্বাস। এই ঐতিহাসিক মুহূৰ্তৰ সাক্ষী হ'বলৈ উপস্থিত হোৱা সকলোকে মই পুনৰবাৰ সশ্ৰদ্ধ আদৰণি জনাইছোঁ।
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and a warm welcome to this momentous occasion. With profound respect, we, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court, extend our heartfelt greetings to each one of you gathered here at Rongmahal, North Guwahati, an ancient land steeped in heritage, to witness a historic milestone, the foundation laying ceremony of the Integrated Judicial Court Complex, which includes the court building of the Honorable Guwahati High Court. Every new beginning carries within it the quiet promise of a brighter tomorrow, built upon the strength of yesterday. Foundations mark the birth of futures, where every stone laid is a step towards hope, progress, and enduring justice. And today's foundation is tomorrow's strength. Today, we stand at the confluence of history and aspiration, where a legacy of justice meets a vision for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a short while, Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, and Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, will be here to be a part of this prestigious event. I would request all present to kindly be seated and keep their mobile phones in silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to announce the arrival of Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, at the venue. We also have with us Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. They will be amidst us shortly to grace today's event. In a short while, Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, will join us virtually. We have with us Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjwal Bhuiya, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Kotishwar Singh, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi, Judge Supreme Court of India, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Law and Justice, Independent Judge, Government of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Zothan Khoma, Judge, Guwahati High Court. I would now request all present to kindly rise for the national anthem, to be followed by the state anthem. Thank you. Namaskar. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all to the foundation laying ceremony of Integrated Judicial Court Complex.
অতিথি দেৱো ভৱ আমাৰ ভাৰতীয় সংস্কৃতিৰ এক মহান আৰু শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ পৰম্পৰা আমি অতিথিসকলক দেৱতুল্য জ্ঞান কৰোঁ গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত সংহত ন্যায়িক আদালত চৌহদৰ আজিৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ হ'বলগীয়া এই নতুন যাত্ৰাৰ পবিত্ৰ অনুষ্ঠানত আমাৰ সৈতে সহযোগ কৰিবলৈ আজি উপস্থিত হৈছেহি বহুকেইগৰাকী মাননীয় আৰু সন্মানীয় অতিথি তেখেতসকলে নিজ নিজ কৰ্মব্যস্ততাৰ মাজতো আমাৰ নিমন্ত্ৰণ ৰক্ষা কৰি আমাৰ মাজত উপস্থিত হৈছেহি তেখেতসকলৰ উপস্থিতি গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ এই নতুন যাত্ৰাৰ বাবে এক বহুমূলীয়া আশীৰ্বাদ আমাৰ ফালৰ পৰা মাননীয় অতিথিসকলক অশেষ কৃতজ্ঞতা আৰু শ্ৰদ্ধা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ আৰু আগবাঢ়িছোঁ সম্বৰ্ধনা অনুষ্ঠানলৈ
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the felicitation ceremony, a cherished moment to honor our distinguished guests whose august presence lends profound gravitas to today's program. We would now first felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India. May I request Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, to kindly do the honors. Thank you, sir. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India. Thank you. I now request you, sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. Thank you. We would now felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjwal Bhuiya, Judge, Supreme Court of India. I request you, sir, to kindly do the honors. Thank you, sir. May I now request you, sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Thank you, sir. We would now felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, Judge, Supreme Court of India. May I request you, sir, to kindly do the honors? Thank you. May I yet again request you, sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Thank you. अब हम भारत सरकार के विधि एवं न्याय मंत्रालय के माननीय राज्य मंत्री स्वतंत्र प्रभार श्री अर्जुन रामपाल जी का अभिवादन करना चाहते हैं. I would request you, sir, to kindly do the honors. Thank you, sir. May I now request Shri Rocktim Duora, Registrar General, Guwahati High Court, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court. Thank you, sir. We would now felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Zothan Kumar, Judge, Guwahati High Court. I would yet again request you, sir, to kindly do the honors. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, now we proceed to felicitate the distinguished dignitaries of the dais. May I request the members of the Registry of the Guwahati High Court to do the honors. We have the honor of felicitating Honorable Mr. Justice H.K. Sema, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Mukundakam Horma, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Abhay Manohar Sapre, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Honorable Mr. Justice Rishikesh Roy, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. Thank you. May we now have the honor of felicitating Honorable Mr. Justice Ajit Singh, former Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice Rashmin Manharbhai Chaya, former Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court. We would now like to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice M.S. Ramachandra Rao, Chief Justice, Tripura High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice M. Sundar, Chief Justice of Manipur High Court. We would now felicitate Honorable Mrs. Justice Revati Mohite Dere, Chief Justice of Meghalaya High Court. Thank you. We would now like to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice I.A. Ansari, former Chief Justice of Patna High Court and former Judge, Guwahati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Urup Kumar Goswami, former Chief Justice of Sikkim, Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh High Court and former Judge, Guwahati High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice Subhashish Talapatra, former Chief Justice, Orissa High Court. May we now have the honor of felicitating Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister of Law and Justice, etc., Government of Assam, and Shri Sondra Mohan Patwari, Honorable Minister, Environment and Forest, etc. Thank you. We would now like to felicitate Srimati Savita Vashisht, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, Chief Justice of India, Srimati Hongkomitra Das Bhuiya, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjal Bhuiya, Judge Supreme Court of India, and Srimati Suman Mehta, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Judge Supreme Court of India. Thank you. We would now felicitate Dr. Vijaya Lakshmi Brara, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Srimati Suman Bishnoi, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Dr. Tanuja Singh, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court. Thank you. We would now felicitate Srimati Bharati Kharma, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Mukundakam Kharma, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Srimati Ashlesha Sapre, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Abhay Manohar Sapre, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Dr. Chandana Sinha Roy, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Rishikesh Roy, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. We would now felicitate Srimati Nirja Singh, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Ajit Singh, former Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, and Srimati Hitakshi R. Chaya, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Rashmin Manharbhai Chaya, former Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court. May we have the honor of felicitating Mrs. Iftikhar Rahman Ansari, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice I.A. Ansari, former Chief Justice of Patna High Court and former Judge, Guwahati High Court, and Dr. Nilakshi Goswami, wife of Honorable Mr. Justice A.K. Goswami, former Chief Justice of Sikkim, Andhra Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh High Court, and former Judge, Guwahati High Court. Thank you.
ৰূপকোঁৱৰ জ্যোতিপ্ৰসাদ আগৰৱালাদেৱে কৈছিল, আন্ধাৰ বিনাশী আমি পোহৰলৈ যাওঁ। পোহৰ মানেই আন্ধাৰৰ বিনাশ, অজ্ঞতাৰ অন্ত, চিৰন্তন সত্য অনুসন্ধানৰ প্ৰতীক। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ এই আলোকময় যাত্ৰাই সমাজৰ সকলো অশুভ আন্ধাৰ দূৰ কৰি ন্যায় আৰু নৈতিকতাৰ পোহৰ প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰক, এয়াই আমাৰ আন্তৰিক কামনা। আহক এই বন্তি প্ৰজ্বলনৰ সৈতে আমি সকলোৱে মিলি ঈশ্বৰৰ আশীৰ্বাদ লৈ এক আলোকময় ন্যায় প্ৰবাহিত যাত্ৰাৰ শুভাৰম্ভ কৰোঁ।
I would request Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, and Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, to kindly light the ceremonial lamp for an auspicious beginning. I would request other esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly join them. Thank you. I'd request our esteemed guests to kindly take their seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply honored to have with us Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India and member of Rajya Sabha. Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, a son of the soil and a towering personality, remains an enduring source of guidance for the Guwahati High Court, whose legacy has left an indelible mark on the institution and continues to inspire its pursuit of justice. We welcome Your Lordship on this momentous occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, a seasoned judge, began his legal career in 1991 and served as an advocate and government pleader for the state of Bihar, gaining deep expertise in criminal law, including complex death penalty cases. In July 2025, His Lordship has taken over as Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court. Since then, His Lordship has led us from the front with his dynamic leadership. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to everyone present here. As we approach the joyous festival of Magh Bihu, we gather here today at Rang Mahal to mark a historic moment and to usher in a new chapter in the journey of Guwahati High Court in the administration of justice. It is my great honor to welcome all dignitaries and esteemed guests to this foundation stone laying ceremony of the Integrated Judicial Court Complex at Rang Mahal, North Guwahati. This state-of-the-art complex is envisioned to house the Guwahati High Court, the District Judiciary of Kamrup Metro, and the Bar Associations, together with all essential infrastructural facilities. It stands as a significant step towards strengthening, modernizing, and expanding our judicial infrastructure to meet the growing needs of the litigants, lawyers, and all stakeholders, while reaffirming our unwavering commitment to the constitutional mandate of equal access to justice. The august presence of Honorable Chief Justice of India, distinguished Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of India, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, former Chief Justice of India who is present virtually, the Honorable Union and State Ministers for Law and Justice, esteemed former judges of Supreme Court and esteemed judges of the High Court, both sitting and former judges, reflects the seriousness and the national resolve with which the development of judicial infrastructure is being pushed. At the outset, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court, I express my sincere gratitude to all the dignitaries and participants for honoring this occasion with their presence. It's a proud moment for me as well as for everybody here in Assam to deliver a welcome address to this august gathering. I extend a respectful and warm welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, Chief Justice of India. Your Lordship's presence, despite an exceptionally demanding schedule, is a powerful reaffirmation of Your Lordship's commitment to strengthening judicial infrastructure as a vital component of capacity building in the justice delivery system. Your Lordship's steadfast devotion to the rule of law and inclusive justice continues to inspire the judiciary across the nation. We are deeply honored by Your Lordship's gracious presence. We are equally honored by the presence of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, whose leadership reflects a resolute commitment to infrastructure development for the welfare of the people of Assam. I extend my heartfelt welcome and gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister for joining us despite his busy schedule. His dedication to strengthening judicial infrastructure and ensuring dignified access to justice for all is truly commendable. We are blessed immeasurably with the virtual presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, and the recipient of Assam Vaibhav, the highest civilian award of Assam, who is a source of inspiration for all of us. Welcome, sir. It is my privilege to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, and Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi, judges of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. All of you have served the Guwahati High Court with distinction and have contributed significantly to the administration of justice, both judicially and administratively. Your enduring commitment to institutional development and judicial infrastructure reflects a shared and proud legacy. Your Lordship's presence adds special significance to today's occasion. With profound respect, I extend a most gracious welcome to our esteemed madams who have added immense grace and color to this august gathering by their distinguished presence. Madam Savita Vashisht, Madam Reniki Bhuyan Sharma, Madam Sanghamitra Das Bhuyan, Madam Sumam Mehta, Madam Geeta Prasanna Varale, Madam Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Brara, and Madam Suman Bishnoi. In the same spirit, I also offer my most cordial welcome to all the esteemed madams accompanying our distinguished guests, including Dr. Mrs. Tanuja, my wife. We are deeply honored and sincerely grateful for your presence with us today. I also extend a warm welcome to Sri Arjun Ram Meghwal, Honorable Union Minister of Law and Justice, whose ministry has consistently provided valuable support for judicial infrastructure projects, not only in Assam but across the northeastern states under the jurisdiction of Guwahati High Court. This sustained support has been a constant source of encouragement. I warmly welcome Sri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister of Law, Government of Assam, and express my sincere appreciation for his participation. His contributions to strengthening the justice delivery system in the state are commendable. We are confident of his continued support to the judiciary. I also extend my respectful welcome to the former honorable judges of the Supreme Court of India who have served Guwahati High Court, as well as to the former chief justices and judges of this court who have been equally ardent in their pursuit for delivery of justice. We remain deeply indebted to your vision and contributions, which continue to guide and inspire us. I bow in respectful gratitude for your invaluable service to the cause of justice. I also respectfully welcome the visiting Chief Justices and the senior judges from the High Courts of Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, and Sikkim, whose presence has added great value to this event. I extend a hearty welcome to the Chief Secretary and Director General of Police Assam, whose close coordination with the Registry of the High Court has been instrumental in making this event possible. I warmly welcome the learned Advocate Generals of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh, and express my sincere appreciation for their presence despite their demanding professional commitments. The presence of learned senior advocates, executives of the Bar Council of India, office bearers of various bar associations, including the Bar Council of the Northeastern states, and the members of the bar, reflects our shared commitment to a robust and vibrant justice delivery system. I extend my respectful welcome and gratitude for your continued partnership in fulfilling our constitutional obligations. With the passage of time, the need for adequate and modern infrastructure for courts, lawyers, and litigants has grown manifold. Space constraints in the heart of the city made it difficult to envision a comprehensive, future-ready complex. Accordingly, on an expanse of about 128 bighas of land on the northern bank of River Brahmaputra, this integrated judicial court complex has been conceptualized. It will house approximately 30 high court rooms with provision for future expansion, courts of the district judiciary of Kamrup, chambers for advocates, an auditorium, ample parking facilities, administrative offices, bar offices, canteens, record rooms, mediation centers, libraries, and prosecutors' offices. With the opening of the new bridge connecting both the banks of the Brahmaputra in the near future, accessibility to Rang Mahal will improve significantly, ensuring ease of access to litigants from both urban and rural areas. I also extend a cordial welcome to all the learned judicial officers, government officials, police officials, PWD officials, and all others who have contributed to the holding of this event. I warmly welcome members of the media and trust that they will help convey to the public the message of improved and inclusive access to justice. Last but not the least, I sincerely extend my heartiest welcome to the public at large who are here to support us to carry on our journey to fulfill our constitutional commitments. As Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, it is a moment of profound personal and institutional satisfaction to witness this historic milestone. As this complex rises in form and substance, may it also elevate the standards of justice for this generation and for generations to come. With these words, I call upon all stakeholders to renew their pledge of dedication to the service of people so that justice remains accessible, dignified, and equal for all. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India, had earlier served the country as Minister of State for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Minister of State for Water Resources, and Minister of State for Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. He is a lawyer by qualification and was awarded the Best Parliamentarian in 2013. अब मैं भारत सरकार के विधि एवं न्याय मंत्रालय के माननीय राज्य मंत्री स्वतंत्र प्रभार श्री अर्जुन राम मेघवाल जी से निवेदन करूंगी कि वे कृपया इस भव्य सभा को संबोधित करें।
The integrated judicial court complex, रंग महल गुवाहाटी में आज जो भूमि पूजन हो रहा है, इस अवसर पर उपस्थित हमारे ऑनरेबल जस्टिस सूर्य कांत जी, ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया, श्री हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी, ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ असम, ऑनरेबल जस्टिस उज्जवल भुइयां जी, जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ऑनरेबल जस्टिस संदीप मेहता जी, जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया। आज इनका जन्मदिन भी है, जन्मदिन की बहुत बहुत बधाई संदीप मेहता साहब। ऑनरेबल जस्टिस एन कोटेश्वर सिंह जी, जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ऑनरेबल जस्टिस विजय बिश्नोई जी, जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, हमारे गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस ऑनरेबल जस्टिस आशुतोष कुमार जी, हमारे मंच पर उपस्थित गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट के ही ऑनरेबल जस्टिस माइकल जी, और हमारे एक्स जजेज ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, जजेज ऑफ गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट, एक्स जजेज ऑफ गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट, हमारे कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर ऑफ असम गवर्नमेंट के श्री चंद्रमोहन पटवारी जी और श्री रंजीत कुमार दास जी, हमारे एडवोकेट जनरल ऑफ असम श्री देवोजीत शेकिया जी, हमारे रजिस्ट्रार जनरल, मेंबर्स ऑफ द बार एसोसिएशन के सभी पदाधिकारी, हमारे एडवोकेट्स, स्टूडेंट्स, मातृशक्ति, पत्रकार साथियों और वीसी के माध्यम से जुड़े हुए हमारे माननीय रंजन गोगोई साहब, एक्स चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया एंड राज्यसभा मेंबर, और मेरे सामने एक मेरे परम मित्र बैठे हैं ऋषिकोश राय साहब, आपको प्रणाम। मैं मेरी बात शुरू कर रहा हूं साहब। सर आज रविवार है सर, और आज रविवार के दिन का हमारे जीवन में भी महत्व है और प्रकृति में भी महत्व है, और हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया जिनका नाम भी सूर्य कांत जी है, सूरज से इनका संबंध है ना, क्या नहीं है? कल पेटवाड़ गांव में भी लोगों ने कहा, सविता जी आप बैठे हैं, कहा नहीं कहा कि सूरज से इनका संबंध है, और सूरज ने यहां आकर के डेरा डाल दिया है कि द इंटीग्रेटेड जुडिशियल कोर्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स, जिसमें जितने भी जुडिशरी से संबंधित कोर्ट हो, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो, संगठन हो, सबके ऑफिस एक जगह होंगे। इसलिए सूर्यकांत जी आपका बहुत बहुत आभार, अभिनंदन। डेरा डाल दिया है सविता जी, उन्होंने कल वहां डेरा डाला था। सूरज सबसे पहले आकर डाले अपना डेरा, वो भारत देश। क्या गा ही नहीं रहे हो क्या? वो भारत देश है मेरा। ये प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का सोच है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी से पहले भी हम नॉर्थ ईस्ट के डेवलपमेंट की बात सोचते थे तो हमने एक पॉलिसी का नाम दिया लुक ईस्ट। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा खाली देखो मत, कार्य करो, तो उस पॉलिसी को बदल के कहा एक्ट ईस्ट। और ऑनरेबल जस्टिस सूर्य कांत जी आज एक्ट करने के लिए यहां आए हैं भूमि पूजन के लिए। जोरदार ताली बजा करके आप ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया का स्वागत करें, अभिनंदन करें। और डेरा डाल दिया, इसका मतलब यहाँ के जुडिशियल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, यहाँ के विकास में कोई कमी नहीं रहेगी। हमारे चीफ जस्टिस गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट के आशुतोष जी ने कहा कि आपको भी आना है, तो मैंने कहा मैं जरूर आऊंगा। मैं कल इनके गांव में था, लेकिन गांव में एक कहानी, वैसे वो सोशल मीडिया में किसी ने पढ़ी होगी, लेकिन पढ़ना जरूर। मैंने इसका जिक्र आज 3-4 जगह किया है और उचित स्थान पर उचित प्लेटफॉर्म पे किया है कि कोई ऐसा टीचर जो ये कहता हो कि मेरी स्कूल का रिजल्ट ठीक हो, ट्यूशन फीस नहीं, मेरी स्कूल का रिजल्ट ठीक हो, इसके लिए मैं कुछ 5-7 स्टूडेंट जो अच्छे पढ़ सकते हैं, अच्छी पोजीशन ला सकते हैं, उनको मैं रात को पढ़ाऊंगा। और हमारे चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया जो सूर्यकांत जी यहाँ बैठे हैं, वो उस समय स्टूडेंट थे तो सोने के लिए बिस्तर नहीं थे, तो जो धान की पराली होती है उस पर सो करके आप वहां से मैट्रिकुलेट किए पेटवाड़ा से, और आज चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया है। पुनः इनका अभिनंदन है, स्वागत है, धन्यवाद है। सर मैं थोड़ा कुछ अंग्रेजी में भी बोलना चाह रहा हूं, आपकी परमिशन है तो बोलता हूं। Sir, our constitution does not treat justice as an abstract ideal. It places justice, social, economic, and political. At the very beginning of the preamble, a strong, accessible, and modern judicial infrastructure is essential to transform this constitutional promise into a living reality for every citizen. आज का प्रोग्राम इसी से संबंधित है सर। अंडर द विजनरी लीडरशिप ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी, इंडिया हैज विटनेस्ड ए पैराडाइम शिफ्ट in judicial infrastructure development. Judicial reforms today are not limited to law alone. They extend to physical infrastructure, digital courts, e-courts, virtual hearings, and citizen-centric justice delivery system. The Prime Minister has consistently stressed that ease of living cannot exist without ease of justice. Ease of doing business is impossible without speedy and predictable dispute resolutions. The development of modern courts complex, including high court projects, reflects the government's firm commitment to justice at the doorstep, where courts are accessible, efficient, and technological enabled. Sir, judicial infrastructure is no longer just a legal concern. It is a national economic priority. Investor, entrepreneur, and small business seek contract enforcement, speedy resolution of disputes, predictable judicial outcomes. By strengthening courts, we strengthen confidence in India's legal system, thereby directly supporting economic growth, employment generation, and innovation. Today, under the Prime Minister Modi's Act East policy, the Northeast stands at the center of India's infrastructure expansion, connectivity revolution, cultural renaissance, strategic development. Establishing world-class judicial infrastructure here reaffirms the government's belief the constitutional institutions must grow uniformly across the regions, ensuring equal access to justice for every citizen. The new High Court complex, Guwahati, is envisaged as a future-ready institution, integrating digital courtrooms, e-filing and paperless processes, video conferencing facilities, environment-friendly and sustainable infrastructures. While infrastructure provides the platform, it is the judiciary, the bar, and court administrations that breathe life into constitutional values. These new complex will empower them to discharge their duties with great efficiency, dignity, and independence. A strong judiciary strengthens democracy, federalism, fundamental rights, and social harmony. Today's ceremony is a symbol of India's unwavering faith in constitutional governance. I am confident that High Court complex at Rang Mahal will stand as a beacon of justice, a pillar of democracy, and proud symbol of Assam and the Northeast's contributions to India's constitutional journey. With these words, I congratulate all stakeholders involved in this noble endeavor and extend my best wishes for the timely completion of this historic project. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi had built a distinguished legal career handling a wide range of complex cases with exceptional competence. Known for his efficiency, fairness, and judicial discipline, his lordship, as he then was, had served as a counsel for several key government bodies before being appointed as a judge of the Rajasthan High Court. His lordship later served as the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court and has been a judge of the Supreme Court of India since 2025, earning wide respect for his dedication to justice and legal excellence. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi to kindly address this august gathering.
Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, Chief Justice of India, Dr. Hemant Biswa Sarma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, Judge Supreme Court of India, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal, Honorable Minister for State for Law and Justice, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Jothan Khoma, Judge Administration, and my esteemed brother and sister judges of Guwahati High Court, as well as the Honorable Chief Justices and judges who have come from the other High Courts and their respective spouses. Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Cabinet Minister, Shri Chandra Mohan Patwari, Honorable Cabinet Minister, Honorable former judges of the Supreme Court of India, and Honorable former Chief Justices and former judges of Guwahati High Court and their respective spouses. Shri Ravi Kota, Chief Secretary of Assam, Shri Harmeet Singh, DGP, Learned Advocate General of Guwahati High Court, Devjit Sekia, Learned Advocate General of Nagaland, Mr. Bal Gopal, Learned Advocate General, Mr. Indranil Chaudhary of Arunachal Pradesh. A very good afternoon to all of you. It is indeed my pleasure, my privilege and to address this august gathering in the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant ji and all other distinguished participants. It is a moment of pride and deep satisfaction for me to witness the efforts that have been gone into realization of our collective dream for the futuristic and state-of-art judicial infrastructure. Taking tangible shape on this momentous occasion of the foundation stone laying ceremony of the integrated judicial court complex at Rang Mahal. When I had privilege of serving as the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, I soon realized the numerous difficulties faced by the judges, members of the bar, the registry of the High Court, as well as the common people who approach the court, primarily due to lack of adequate space and essential amenities. Similar challenges were also evident in the infrastructure of the court situated within Kamrup Metropolitan District. Therefore, I endeavored to the best of my ability as Chief Justice to contribute positively by building upon the groundwork laid by my predecessors, particularly Honorable Mr. Sandeep Mehta. The Guwahati High Court holds a unique position in our constitutional map. Established in the year 1948, it originally served as 7 sister states. Today, it remains the only High Court in India that caters to the 4 distinct states, Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh. Assam, being the largest of these states, remains the heart of the judicial jurisdiction. The court currently operates with the sanctioned strength of 30 judges, each a guardian of the rule of law in this vibrant region. We are here to mark the beginning of an integrated judicial court complex that is being built by the state government. This monumental project will accommodate the High Court, the District Judiciary of Kamrup Metro, and provide comprehensive facilities for the lawyers and litigants. The state government has identified and acquired a suitably located plot of land totaling more than 125 bighas for this judicial township. I must also acknowledge that the state administration led by Dr. Hemant Biswa Sharma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, has been consistently supportive of this endeavor for the benefit of all stakeholders. After considering valuable suggestions and inputs from various quarters, the High Court, wide full court resolution dated 18/10/2023, chaired by Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta as Chief Justice, resolved to agree in principle to the proposal of the establishment of state-of-art judicial township at Rang Mahal. This township is envisioned to house not only the Guwahati High Court, but also the District Judiciary of Kamrup Metro area, along with the adequate infrastructure for lawyers, litigants, and the court staff. Today I was joking that earlier the date for the foundation laying ceremony of the foundation stone laying ceremony was some either on 17th or 16th, but it was preponed. And I think so, Mr. Justice Mehta and Honorable the Chief Minister has conspired and fixed this date when the Justice Mehta's birthday is today's birthday. Happy birthday to Mr. Sandeep Mehta ji. The master plan for this is an extensive as it is visionary. It features a High Court building with 30 court halls, 1 Chief Justice Court Hall, 2 separate district court buildings, a massive bar building, and a 800-seater auditorium. This expansion follows the trajectory of growth. Recently, the new High Court building at permanent bench at Itanagar is inaugurated, which plays a critical role in increasing access to justice in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. The project at the Rang Mahal is the next great step in that journey. Judicial infrastructure is a cornerstone of accessible and effective justice. Modern professional facilities ensure that the courts are welcoming, particularly for underprivileged and marginalized litigants, while dedicated chambers, common rooms, and libraries support lawyers, especially young and first-generation practitioners. The Rang Mahal project addresses growing caseloads and delays by providing 30 modern court halls, a specialized Chief Justice Court Hall, and technology-enabled spaces such as E-Seva Kendra and Digitalization Center, ensuring the judicial process of both physically and digitally accessible. The complex also prioritizes mediation and alternative dispute resolution with dedicated mediation and ADR centers, conference rooms, and video conferencing rooms for remote participation. By integrating these facilities into building's core design, the project encourages faster, collaborative, and less adversarial settlements, making mediation a central part of the justice process rather than an afterthought. Access to justice is further strengthened by public waiting launches, filing sections, medical units, a canteen, and a creche, ensuring that the litigants and the court staff have the support they need. Dedicated libraries for the judges and advocates promote informed decision making, while the overall design reflects the state responsibility to make courts approachable, inclusive, and efficient. Through the holistic approach, the Rangmel complex embodies the constitutional promise of justice that is social, economic, and political for every citizen. I would like to appreciate the efforts of the Chief Justice and the other judges of the Guwahati High Court for their dedication to this project. I also praise the efforts taken by the state government under the leadership of Honorable the Chief Minister, whose commitment to acquiring more than 25 bigas of the land has made this possible. Finally, all of this is possible due to visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant ji. He has a clear and achievable plan for the betterment of access of justice at all levels, ensuring that even the last person in the social strata can find redress in our courts. With these words, I thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh is the first Honorable Judge from the state of Manipur to be elevated as a judge of the Supreme Court of India in 2024. His lordship also served as the Advocate General of Manipur till his elevation as a judge of the Guwahati High Court. His lordship also served as a judge of the Manipur High Court and Chief Justice of the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh prior to his elevation to the Supreme Court of India. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh to kindly share his insights, please.
A very good morning to everybody present here. Honorable Justice Surya Kant ji, Chief Justice of India, and my brother judges of the Supreme Court of India, Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan, Justice Sandeep Mehta, Justice Vijay Vishnoi, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, respected Minister of the State of Law and Justice, Sri Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, Honorable Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, and other former judges of the Supreme Court of India, Chief Justice Mr. Ramchandra Rao of Tripura High Court, Justice M. Sundar of Manipur High Court, and Ms. Justice Ms. Revati Dere, Meghalaya High Court, other esteemed judges of the Guwahati High Court and the other high courts present here, other former judges of the Supreme Court, H.K. Sema, Justice M.K. Sharma, Justice A.M. Sapre, Justice Rishikesh Roy, and also former Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, Justice Ajit Singh, Justice R.M. Chaya, Justice Arup Goswami, former Acting Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court and the later Chief Justice of Chhattisgarh High Court, and all other judges from various high courts, including the Guwahati High Court, Advocate Generals for the state of Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, senior members of the bar and other members of the bar, senior officers of the state and the judiciary, and my dear friends. It is a great privilege to speak before this gathering and at a moment when constitutional values are being given lasting institutional expression. We must congratulate the Guwahati High Court and the government of Assam for this moment of occasion. I recollect in 2019, the foundation stone laying ceremony of the auditorium hall was being led by Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India. Of course, the foundation stone was laid. Subsequently, it was realized that there was various issues, problems, which is being built next to the bank of the Brahmaputra. Issues were there. I remember Justice, I can see Brother Suman Sam also. We were members of the committee subsequently. All these ideas were floated that the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam has agreed to provide certain lane across the Brahmaputra. The ideas were being built up, and I'm so happy that now it is being materialized and a foundation stone is being laid today. The laying of foundation stone of the integrated judicial court complex is a conscious affirmation that the strength of justice is inseparable from the institutions and the spaces through which it is administered. Just as we do not expect and trust a doctor to perform complicated surgeries without a modern and well-equipped hospital, we cannot expect our judges to resolve complex 21st century problems in outdated and dilapidated buildings. Having said that, I'm sure that this court complex will truly represent the ideal court for the constitutional well-being of our society. We are all conscious of the fact that the courts stand as the constitutional guardians to whom citizens turn at moments of deepest consequences when liberty, dignity, property, or family are at stake. And long before a judgment is delivered, the court itself speaks through its spaces, its accessibility, its order, and its atmosphere. These silent signals shape a citizen's first and lasting impression of justice, whether it feels distant or approachable, intimidating or fair. For a long time, discussions on access to justice, both globally and in India, have remained largely disconnected from the spaces in which justice is actually delivered. Judicial infrastructure was often treated as neutral, functional backdrops rather than as an active participant in the justice delivery system. However, it cannot be denied that a court infrastructure and design are equally important. The way a courtroom is structured, the way litigants, lawyers, and judges occupy space, and the manner in which security, visibility, and participation are organized all reflect and in turn shape our collective understanding of justice. In India, the conversation on access to justice have been traditionally focused on legal aid, procedural flexibility, and easing of formal barriers to approaching courts. While these are indispensable, they represent only one dimension of a far more comprehensive idea. Access to justice cannot be reduced merely to the ability to enter a courtroom. It must be understood as a principle that informs every aspect of judicial functioning, decision-making, procedure, administration, and the environment in which justice is dispensed. The relationship between judicial infrastructure and justice delivery cannot be viewed only through the quantitative lenses of pendency, vacancies, and the numerical shortages of courtrooms. While expanding capacity through new court halls is essential, it is equally important to recognize that substantial public resources already exist in the form of older court buildings. Modernizing these spaces, equipping them with contemporary technology, ensuring accessibility, and improving working conditions for judges, staff, and litigants must also form an integral part of any infrastructure visit. Over the years, union and states have partnered through various government schemes to expand judicial infrastructure. These initiatives have enabled the addition and upgradation of court buildings and judicial residences across the country. As these projects mature, their long-term impact can be further strengthened by sustained attention to maintenance, modernization, and life cycle planning. The success of such efforts ultimately rests on continuous dialogue between the judiciary, best placed to articulate evolving functional needs, and the political executive, which carries the responsibility for funding, planning, and execution. The Supreme Court has on several occasions, such as in the case of Breeze Mohan Lal versus Union of India 2012, acknowledged that adequate judicial infrastructure is not merely an administrative concern but a constitutional one closely linked to the right to speedy justice under Article 21. Keeping in mind the interests of vulnerable sections of the society, the Apex Court in All India Judges Association versus Union of India directed the construction of differently abled friendly court infrastructures with tactile pavements and a signage in braille. For saving the common litigants from running from one end of the court to the other without any guidance, the court also directed the availability of help desks, electronic case display systems, sufficient parking space, video conferencing equipments, maps and floor plans, and directional arrows with color coding throughout the court complexes. Through its continuing monitoring and guidance, the Supreme Court has played a vital role in highlighting existing infrastructural gaps and in shaping a shared understanding of what modern user-friendly courts should look like. While these efforts have yielded meaningful progress in several jurisdictions, their full and uniform realization across the country remains a work in progress, calling for sustained coordination and commitment from all stakeholders. It is in this context that today's foundation stone laying ceremony assumes deeper meaning. It signals a shift from viewing the court infrastructure as a logical necessity to recognizing it as a constitutional investment. For many first-time litigants, the court experience can be unfamiliar, demanding, and sometimes intimidating. This is especially true for individuals who approach the justice system carrying additional vulnerabilities, whether arising from past trauma, physical or cognitive limitations, or socio-cultural barriers. When courts' environments do not adequately respond to these varied needs, the sense of being overwhelmed can deepen, affecting not only individual experience, but also confidence in the justice process itself. These realities underscore the importance of user-centered design in judicial spaces, design that recognizes human needs, supports clarity and dignity, and enabling meaningful engagement for every court user throughout the country within the court complex. The integrated judicial court complex must therefore aspire to embody the inclusiveness, accessibility, efficiency, dignity, and foresight, serving not only the present needs but generations of litigants, lawyers, and judges to come. The Katha Upanishad offers a timeless illustration in this regard. It describes the soul as the passenger, the intellect as a charioteer, the mind as the reins, the senses as the horses, and the body as a chariot. That means even the most discerning charioteer and the noblest passenger cannot reach their destination if the chariot itself is unsound. In much the same way, the constitutional values guide the journey of justice. Judges provide direction, procedures act in the reins, and the legal processes supply the energy. But it is the judicial infrastructure that forms the chariot. And only the strong, accessible, and well-designed court spaces like this complex will carry justice forward with stability, dignity, and confidence. This court complex will have truly served its purpose if the common citizen, perhaps the one who has traveled for hours through the hills and vales of Assam, the hills of Nagaland, of Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and the future generations alike can say that justice here was not only done, but was felt to be fair, dignified, and responsive. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta began his legal career practicing criminal and constitutional law across trial courts, high courts, and the Supreme Court of India. His lordship held several key positions in the Bar Council of Rajasthan, including serving as its chairman. His lordship was appointed as a judge of the Rajasthan High Court and later served as the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court before his elevation to the Supreme Court of India in 2023. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta to kindly share his views with this distinguished gathering.
সভাগৃহত উপস্থিত সকু লোকু মোর আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা জ্ঞাপন করিল। My Lords, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, the visionary Chief Justice of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, my esteemed colleagues, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, Justice Kotishwar Singh, Justice Vijay Vishnoi, Honorable the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former CJI, who is virtually present with us, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Law and Justice, Independent Charge, my brother, Honorable Justice Michael Zotan Kumar, Honorable former judges of the Supreme Court of India, Justice M.K. Sharma, Justice Abhay Sapre, Justice Rishikesh Roy Sahab, Honorable the Chief Justices, Justice M.S. Ramchandra Rao, Justice Revati Dere, and Justice M. Sundar, my esteemed brother and sister judges from the Guwahati High Court, my dear brother Justice Manas Ranjan Pathak, Judge Kolkata High Court, Justice Suman Sham, Judge Bombay High Court, other honorable judges from various high courts in the country, respected Savita ma'am, honored and gracious spouses, Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister, Law and Justice Department, Secretariat and General Administration, Shri Chandra Mohan Patwari, Honorable Minister of the State of Assam, Honorable respected Shri Ravi Kota, Chief Secretary, Shri Harmeet Singh, DGP, Advocate Generals Shri Devajit Saikia, Shri K.N. Balgopal, and Shri Indranil Chaudhary, senior government officials and senior police officials of the state of Assam, the Registrar General and other members of the Registry of the Guwahati High Court, learned senior advocates and office bearers of the Bar Council of India, the Guwahati High Court Bar Association, the Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, the Bar Council of Northeastern States, all Assam Advocates Association, and the Bar Associations of districts of Kamrup Metro and Kamrup. Ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed towards the foundation laying ceremony of the integrated judicial township in the Rangmahal area of Guwahati, this is indeed a moment of pride and privilege for me. This event can indisputably be stated to be a path-breaking moment in the annals of the Guwahati High Court. Reminiscing from the past, I can say with utmost humility at my command that this event is the ultimate manifestation of blessings which I have received from Ma Kamakhya and the people of Assam in abundance. As Brother Justice Vishnoi said, the change of date from 17th January to 11th January as I enter my 64th year of life is another manifestation of the abundant blessings I have received from the people of Assam and Ma Kamakhya. The Guwahati High Court has, over the decades, stood as a sentinel of constitutional values in the northeastern region of the country. It has protected fundamental rights, preserved federal balance, and acted as a bulwark against arbitrariness. On this solemn occasion, we are not merely laying the foundation of a new structure. We are reaffirming our collective commitment to the rule of law, judicial independence, and accessible justice for the people of the northeastern states of India. When I took over the reins of the office of Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, I often felt that the building which was inaugurated as as late as in the year 2013 was not befitting of a high court with such a glorious history and a distinguished bar. This is a high court which has given to this country legal luminaries like as Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Justice H.K. Sima, former Judge Supreme Court, Honorable Justice M.K. Sharma, former Judge Supreme Court, Honorable Justice Amitav Roy, former Judge Supreme Court, Honorable Justice Rishikesh Roy, former Judge of the Supreme Court, to talk about the few. It was indeed troubling to see that even for something as simple as offering a cup of tea to a group of 50 people, arrangements had to be made in the parking section of the High Court building. To add to this, when I visited the designated sitting areas for the lawyers in the High Court building, I felt the same to be very congested with hardly any ventilation, and to top it all, not a single chamber was available to the lawyers. At that very moment, I told the lawyers, and more particularly the senior advocates practicing in the High Court, that you need a building where there is a dedicated space for lawyers' chambers. While the difficulties faced by the judges and the members of the bar were apparent, it was the plight of the litigants that concerned me the most. Many of them travel long distances, often at great personal expense, in the hope that the justice delivery system will treat them with dignity, efficiency, and compassion. Adequate waiting areas, proper amenities, and an orderly court environment are just not luxuries. They are integral to meaningful access to justice. These shortcomings set me thinking that something radical was required to remedy the situation. When I looked into the records, I found that there was already a proposal from the Bar Association in the year 2022 with a request to shift the court premises to a suitable location. A land had already been identified in Boragaon for the district court premises and campuses. That location, which I personally went and checked, was about 17 kilometers away from the present location. I felt that if the courts were relocated to that location, it would create a great disruption for the members of the bar, because Guwahati, just like Rajasthan High Court principal seat at Jodhpur has had the distinction of giving an opportunity to the lawyers to practice on both the High Court and the trial court side, as the court campuses are located in close proximity. The Guwahati High Court has had the significant distinction of catering to 4 states. Prior to 2013, it served as many as 7 states, and as of now, it continues to cater to the people of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Mizoram, and Nagaland. It often becomes very difficult for a Chief Justice to manage the sittings of the judges in the outlying benches, as at least 9 judges have to be stationed in the 3 outlying states, which leaves Guwahati with only 21 judges, assuming that the High Court is functioning at the full sanction strength. Therefore, it was always my view that the Guwahati High Court deserves an immediate increase in the judge strength, at least by 10, considering the volume of work, the diverse nature of the cases, the number of institutions per day, the diversity of litigation, and the significant pendency. We expect that with our guardian, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, being here, a decision will soon be taken to increase the judge strength of the Guwahati High Court suitably. However, my friends, increasing the judge strength and improving the infrastructure must always go hand in hand with our unwavering commitment to judicial discipline, integrity, and constitutional morality. The true measure of a court lies not merely in the number of judges or courtrooms, but in the quality, consistency, and fairness of justice it delivers to every citizen who approaches it. When I made recommendations for 4 elevations to the Guwahati High Court in May 23, it was a highly challenging task to manage the sitting arrangements of the incumbent judges, because unfortunately the new building inaugurated in the year 2013 was already operating at full capacity. I must say that this vision has been shaped through constant dialogue and collective deliberation with my brother and sister judges. Every suggestion, every concern, and every practical insight was guided by a shared objective to create an infrastructure that would serve generation of judges, lawyers, and litigants long after all of us have demitted office. I must comment here that I am highly disappointed that some members of the bar have taken a decision not to participate in this foundation stone laying ceremony. I am sure that this decision is not in the interest of the younger members of the bar who would, with the infrastructure being materialized, get the opportunity of working like real professionals with dedicated chambers. I got a great fillip in my endeavors when Brother Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan, just having been elevated to the Supreme Court, was invited by the bar members to felicitate him on his elevation to the Supreme Court. Justice Bhuyan, without mincing words, advised the detractors of the idea to get rid of their myopic vision and stop behaving like frogs in a well, if at all the bar of the Guwahati High Court was to progress in profession. I received tremendous support from Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi and Honorable Justice Rishikesh Roy when I presented the idea of the new judicial township to Honorable Lordships. This project is envisioned primarily for the future, particularly the younger members of the bar who aspire to practice in an environment that encourages professionalism, preparedness, and dignity. Providing proper chambers and institutional facilities is essential to nurturing a confident and competent next generation of legal professionals. I hope and trust that these dissatisfied members of the bar will soon realize the futility of their actions and become active participants in the development of this magnificent institution. I convey my sincere gratitude to my Lord's Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, for having kindly agreed to grace this occasion with his benign presence. His presence stands as a vindication of the dream shared by myself and my colleagues at the Guwahati High Court of building the finest judicial infrastructure in the country. I also extend my sincere thanks to the state government of Assam and more particularly the visionary Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, who himself was an active practitioner having practiced in the Guwahati High Court for almost 10 years. I thank him and the state of Assam for having provided a significant chunk of land for setting up this judicial township on the banks of the mighty Brahmaputra. However, my feeling is that the land which has been provided may not be sufficient to cater to the future needs, and a suitable additional chunk of land will soon be acquired and provided for the complete expansion of the judicial township. We have been informed that a significant amount of about rupees 400 crores has already been sanctioned in the budget for the construction of this infrastructure. I am sure and I am confident that the state government would not hold back in providing whatever funds are required to ensure that the project is finished in time and with attention to every minute detail. This judicial township, when completed, will stand not merely as a collection of buildings, but as a testament to our collective faith in justice, constitutional governance, and institutional continuity. It shall reflect our belief that robust infrastructure strengthens judicial efficacy, enhances transparency, and reinforces public confidence in the justice delivery system. When history looks back at this moment, I hope it will record that this was a time when vision, cooperation, and institutional courage converged to strengthen the foundations of justice in this pious region, the northeastern region of the country. May this endeavor serve as a lasting reminder that the judiciary, when supported by all stakeholders, can rise to meet the highest expectations of the Constitution and the people it serves. Before I end, I extend my sincere gratitude to the Guwahati High Court, the state government of Assam, and the people of Assam for having kept faith in my dream and in making it a reality. Jai Ma Kamakhya, Jai Assam, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjal Bhuiya, a son of the soil, began his legal career at the Guwahati High Court. Known for his clarity of thought and unwavering commitment to justice, his lordship served as standing counsel for the Income Tax Department and held several important government legal positions. His lordship was appointed as a judge of the Guwahati High Court and subsequently served in the Bombay High Court and the Telangana High Court before being appointed the Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court. His lordship was elevated to the Supreme Court of India in 2023. His lordship has delivered numerous path-breaking judgments on sensitive issues, including maternity benefits, gender diversity, and human rights. I would now request you, sir, to kindly share a few words with this august gathering.
The Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant ji, the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, my esteemed colleagues from the Supreme Court, Justice Sandeep Mehta, Justice N. Kateshwar Singh, and Justice Bishnoi, the Minister of State, Government of India, Law and Justice, Independent Charge, Law and Justice, Sri Arjun Ram Meghwal, former Chief Justice of India, Justice Ranjan Gogoi, the Chief Justices of Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura, judges of the Guwahati High Court, former Chief Justices of Guwahati High Court. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the presence of the former judges of the Supreme Court. This is a long list, therefore one or two omissions are bound to happen. That's not intentional. The judges of the Guwahati High Court, judges of different high courts, former judges of Guwahati High Court and other high courts, cabinet ministers, Mr. Patwari and Mr. Das, Learned Advocate General of Assam, Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh, the Chief Secretary, Director General of Police, Assam, officials of the Civil and Police Administration, Government of Assam, learned senior advocates, and my lawyer friends who are present in large numbers, the Registrar General of the Guwahati High Court, members of the registry, judicial officers, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you. Today is a historic day, not only for the Guwahati High Court, but for the entire Indian judiciary. And for that, I convey my congratulations to the Guwahati High Court and to the Government of Assam for this momentous occasion of foundation stone laying ceremony of the new High Court complex, integrated judicial complex here at North Guwahati. Friends, let me turn back a few pages in history. The Guwahati High Court, as it is presently known, was initially established as the Assam High Court. It was the first High Court established in independent India. And ironically, the first Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court was an Englishman, Sir Ronald Francis Lodge. There is a brief reference to the need and necessity for appointment of an English gentleman as Chief Justice of India, independent India's first High Court, in Fali Nariman's autobiography, Before Memory Fades. I'll not go into that. The inaugural function was held on 5th April 1948, and it was presided over by Sir Harilal Kania, who was then the Chief Justice of the Federal Court of India. Justice Kania developed a widely circulated public address while presiding over the inauguration of the Assam High Court. In that speech, he not only broke a tradition of judicial reticence, but importantly, he highlighted the need for judicial independence, which perhaps he felt constrained as a member of the colonial judiciary. Chief Justice Kania's speech was one of several private and public initiatives by the Indian judiciary to shape the contours of the draft constitution that was then being debated in the Constituent Assembly, I'm saying in 1948. Archival materials show that almost all sitting judges, whether in the high courts or in the federal court, actively pushed for changes in the draft constitution, highlighting the need for an autonomous and independent judiciary. Supreme Court of India had its first sitting with all 6 judges in attendance on January 28, 1950, 2 days after adoption of the Constitution of India. During the inaugural sitting, Chief Justice Kania, now the first Chief Justice of India, emphasized 3 essential principles. First, he stressed the importance of an independent judiciary. Second, he highlighted the need for a flexible judicial approach to adjudication, which is not fixated with the textual content. Lastly, he resolved that the judiciary must earn the respect of citizens to establish itself as a legitimate institution. Chief Justice Kania's insistence on judicial independence was significant. By emphasizing on independence of the judiciary, he was highlighting the foundational vision that judiciary should check the misuse of power by the legislature and the executive, safeguard democracy, and protect individual rights and liberty. Emphasis on earning public respect underscores that judicial power relies not just on law, but on trust and legitimacy, making accountability, integrity, and transparency essential for the judiciary to function effectively in a democratic society. Friends, independence of the judiciary is a basic feature of our Constitution. It is non-negotiable. It is for the judiciary, members of the judiciary, to ensure that its independence remains intact in order to ensure its continued relevance and legitimacy. Coming back to the Guwahati High Court, in its eventful journey of 78 years, it has produced eminent judges and distinguished lawyers. It has not only stood the test of time, but has gone from strength to strength. It is a witness to the turbulent history unfolding in this part of the country. From Assam High Court to the High Court of Assam and Nagaland, then to the Guwahati High Court, exercising jurisdiction over all the 7 states of the Northeast, to now being the common High Court of 4 states, Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh. Guwahati High Court has traveled a long way. It is a unique High Court, administering justice and infusing constitutionalism over a frontier region inhabited by diverse people. as a symbol of independent judiciary with strict adherence to the Constitution. Its edifice has been built by great men and women over the years, literally brick by brick. Guwahati High Court has discharged its constitutional duties admirably. It has always stood by the people, protecting their fundamental rights and personal liberty. I still remember those anti-foreigner Assam agitation days in 1980. I was a student, I had completed education, class 10, waiting for my matriculation examination. We had all lost 1 year during that phase. The schools were closed. My house in Ambari is just less than half a kilometer from the High Court. During those days, when the schools were closed, I used to walk down to the High Court and sit in the visitors' enclosure, where a case was going on in the court of Justice K.N. Saikia regarding validity of the president's rule imposed in the state of Assam. Justice Saikia was hearing the matter. Justice Saikia, many outside the state would know him for his as a judge of the Supreme Court or as the judge who had headed the Meham Commission of Inquiry. But according to me, he was one of the most erudite and learned judges this court has produced. Be it in those tumultuous days, the Assam agitation leaders used to be produced to the court. Habeas corpus petitions were filed. Up to the days of this insurgency in the late 80s, the Guwahati High Court was in the forefront, upholding the freedoms of the citizens, civil liberties, and human dignity, thereby staunchly defending human rights while maintaining its unwavering commitment to the unity and integrity of the nation. There were unfortunate days also when a couple of cases were taken out of the Guwahati High Court. It saddened many of us. Then, it did not lower the status or stature of the Guwahati High Court one bit. According to me and many others, it only enhanced the prestige of the Guwahati High Court as a court which stood by the constitutional rights of the people. From Chief Justice Lodge to Chief Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Guwahati High Court has evolved into an institution of learning and jurisprudence. It has played a stellar role in the development of law and jurisprudence. It would be wrong to confine its contribution only to the field of customary law or to the sixth schedule. From indirect taxation to agricultural income tax, to constitutional law, to preventive detention, to power of the Chief Justice, to anti-defection law, just to name a few, contribution of the Guwahati High Court has been immense. I am a proud product of the Guwahati High Court bar. I am what I am today entirely because of the learning and experience gathered at the Guwahati High Court bar, which Fali Nariman fondly refers to as the school of hard knocks in his autobiography, Before Memory Fades. The lawyer community here is second to none. During the turbulent days, as I have mentioned, maybe before independence and even thereafter, it had steadfastly upheld the cause of justice and the rule of law. I come from a family of lawyers. My father was a lawyer. I was a lawyer for more than 50 years. I was a lawyer for 20 plus years. My wife was a lawyer for more than 14 years. My daughter is enrolled in the Bar Council of Assam now. Most of us here are from the lawyer's legal background. The lawyer community may have some apprehension regarding establishment of the new High Court complex. We know and understand the problems and difficulties faced by lawyers. But let me assure my lawyer friends, we will never do anything which is even slightly detrimental to the interest of the lawyer community. Brother Sandeep Mehta has referred to that meeting organized by the Guwahati High Court Bar on 30th August 2023 to felicitate me on my elevation as a judge of the Supreme Court. In that meeting, I said that transition in the life of an institution is inevitable. I referred to a couple of instances. I referred to the instance of the Guwahati University. I learned this from my father and mother, who used to discuss this in their morning cups of tea, over their morning cups of tea, reading their daily quota of newspapers. There was a hue and cry then regarding the situs of the university, where the university will be set up, with many suggesting that it should be set up in what is now the water tank area in Pan Bazar. It was the foresight of great visionaries like Dr. K.K. Hendick that the university was set up at Jalukbari. At that time, there were a lot of skeptics who criticized the move by saying that Jalukbari was far away from the town. How would the teachers and students commute? Today, I doubt whether anybody would lament the decision to set up the Guwahati University at Jalukbari. Setting up the university in a couple of buildings at Pan Bazar would have been an extremely myopic and harmful decision. Then I refer to the instance of the Guwahati Medical College. Dr. Surya Sharma, one of India's leading oncologists and one of my neighbors, he along with a group of doctors, teachers, they suggested that the Guwahati Medical College and Hospital should move out from what was then in Padmazar to the Narakasur Hills. Again, many people complained. They said how patients would go to Narakasur Hills. Today, would anybody say that the Guwahati Medical College and Hospital has been set up in a far-flung area? Narakasur Hill is right in the bang in the middle of the city. As a young lawyer, I was witness to much hue and cry when the private bus stand was shifted from Majkwa to Adabari. There were a lot of protests, even filing of PILs. Today, would anybody say that shifting of the bus stand to Adabari was a mistake? Given the success of such a shifting, the ISBT has also been shifted to the outskirts of the city now. Friends, I am 61 now. Most of my contemporaries have completed more than 3 decades of professional lawyering. Pardon me for saying so. At this age, we have no right to veto the entitlements and amenities of the present and future generation of lawyers. From a strength of 3 judges in 1948, Guwahati High Court has now 30 judges. And I believe, considering its strategic location, the competent authority, the Honorable Chief Justice of India is present here, may consider further raising the strength of the bench here at Guwahati. When I joined the bar in March 1991, there were only 5,090 lawyers registered with the Bar Council of Assam. Today, the number is more than 55,000. In 1991, Guwahati High Court Bar Association had less than 400 members. 1991, I joined the bar. It had less than 400 members. Today, it would be near about 5,000 members. Every year, Large number of fresh law graduates are joining the bar. We need decent space for them. Last time when I visited the High Court, I met a few of the young lawyers who are friends of my daughter. They were simply loitering around in the corridor. I asked them why. They said, we have no place to sit. There is no place to consult litigants, to brief their seniors. The old High Court building, the old dome-shaped building became functional on and from 20th February 1957. We shifted to the new block on 17th August 2013. Within a decade, the existing infrastructure has become wholly inadequate for judges, lawyers, members of the registry, and the litigants. Therefore, setting up of the new High Court complex or the judicial complex has become inevitable. I remember while I was a judge here, discussions were on for construction of a new High Court complex to tide over the infrastructural inadequacies. I once again assure my lawyer friends that all endeavor would be made to provide the best possible facilities and amenities to the lawyers and litigants. What is being conceptualized, and I have been repeatedly requesting the authorities, including the government of Assam, that not only the High Court, all the district courts of Kamrup Metro, the tribunals, the family courts, the motor accident claims tribunal, labor court, all courts, trial courts should be brought here in one place so that the lawyers will have the freedom to practice in all the courts. I'm sure the government of Assam and the Guwahati High Court will look into all this. I think the Chief Justice of India is fully apprised of the situation, and I believe he may make a few announcements even today. Friends, judiciary needs space, literally as well as metaphorically. We need space to express ourselves. Let us join hands to strengthen the judicial infrastructure. This is phase one, as I am told. There's a High Court's complex. They're followed by phase two, where all the district courts will come in. I'm sure the new court complex would not only provide ultra-modern facilities, but would also be lawyer and litigant friendly. On this auspicious occasion, I pay my salutation to all the earlier generation of judges, lawyers, members of the registry. It is because of their commitment and dedication that Guwahati High Court has traveled this far with great distinction. I am confident Guwahati High Court will continue to stand tall by upholding the cause of liberty and justice. Shraddha Rais, মই যিখিনি ক'ব লাগে মই ক'লো। আজি এইটো সময়ৰ আহ্বান। আমি যদি এইখিনি সময়ত আমি এটা নতুন হাইকোৰ্ট কমপ্লেক্সলৈ আমি নাযাওঁ, তেনেহ'লে নেক্সট 10-20 ইয়াৰ্ছত মাটি বিচৰাই এইটো অসম্ভৱ হৈ পৰিব। আৰু মই এইটোৱেই কৈছোঁ যে মইতো উকিল আছিলোঁ, মইও অধিবক্তা আছিলোঁ, মোৰ ঘৰৰ আটাইখিনি মানুহে অধিবক্তা আছিল। আমি অধিবক্তা সমাজৰ বিৰুদ্ধে কেলেই পদক্ষেপ ল'ম? মইতো কোনো যুক্তি দেখা নাই। আৰু 1957 চনত যিটো বিল্ডিং বনালে, 2013 চনত যিটো নতুন বিল্ডিং হ'ল, সেয়া সম্পূৰ্ণৰূপে এতিয়া ইনএডিকুৱেট। মই কৈছোঁৱে আজিৰ তাৰিখত 55,000 বাৰ কাউন্সিল অফ আছামত ৰেজিষ্টাৰ কৰা আছে অধিবক্তা। কোনো এইটো ভাবিব নালাগে যে আমি ৰংমহললৈ শিফ্ট কৰাৰ পিছত পুৰণা হাইকোৰ্ট দুটা বিল্ডিং সেইবিলাক ভাঙি দিয়া হ'ব বা তাৰ কোনো প্ৰয়োজন নহ'ব সেইটো সম্পূৰ্ণ ভাবা উচিত নহয় মই মোৰ ফালৰ পৰা কৈয়ে আছোঁ যে পুৰণা বিল্ডিংটো এটা ৱাক ইন মিউজিয়ামৰ নিচিনা হ'ব লাগে য'ত নেকি আমাৰ ল কলেজৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টছবিলাকে তেওঁলোকে শিকিব পাৰে যে এইটো হৈছে আমাৰ ঐতিহ্য এইটো হৈছে আমাৰ ন্যায়িক পৰম্পৰা আৰু যিটো নতুন বিল্ডিং আছে মই বিশ্বাস কৰোঁ যে সেইটো এটা চেণ্টাৰ ফৰ আৰ্বিট্ৰেশ্যন এণ্ড মিডিয়েশ্যন হোৱাটো অতি প্ৰয়োজনীয় আজিৰ তাৰিখত আমাৰ ন্যায়িক ব্যৱস্থাত আৰ্বিট্ৰেশ্যন আৰু মিডিয়েশ্যন যদিও এইটো আজি সময় উপযোগী নহয় অতি প্ৰয়োজনীয় হৈ পৰিছে আৰু আমাৰ অধিবক্তা সমাজেও এই নতুন যিটো এটা অপৰচুনিটি আহি পৰিছে তাৰ সম্পূৰ্ণ সুযোগ আৰু সুবিধা গ্ৰহণ কৰিব মই বেছি নকওঁ আমাৰ মাজত মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়া আছে আমাৰ মাজত ভাৰতৰ মুখ্য ন্যায়াধীশ ডাঙৰীয়া আছে তেওঁলোকে ক'ব তেওঁলোকৰ বক্তব্য ৰাখিব ইংৰাজী নৱবৰ্ষৰ আৰু আগন্তুক উৰুকা আৰু মাঘ বিহুৰ শুভেচ্ছা প্ৰীতি আৰু মৰম সকলোলৈকে জনাইছোঁ আপোনালোক সকলোৱে ভালে থাকক এই আশাৰে মই মোৰ বক্তৃতা সামৰি মাৰিছোঁ থেংক ইউ ভেৰি মাছ এণ্ড গড ব্লেছ
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Assam, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, has envisioned the Rangmahal Judicial Township, an iconic project to build a modern, consolidated judicial campus in North Guwahati. এতিয়া মই অসমৰ মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী ডক্টৰ হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মা দেৱক তেখেতৰ বহুমূলীয়া ভাষণেৰে আমাক কৃতাৰ্থ কৰিবলৈ অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ
Honorable Justice Sri Surya Kant ji, Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjwal Bhuiyan, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Vishnoi, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Justice Sri Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India, Sri Arjun Ram Meghawal, Honorable Minister, Government of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Juthamthonga, Judge, Guwahati High Court, respected dignitaries, more particularly the retired judges of Supreme Court of India, former Chief Justices of Guwahati High Court, judges of Guwahati High Court, my colleague, my ministerial colleague, Sri Patwari and Sri Das, ladies and gentlemen, मैं पहले असम वासियों का ओर से हमारे भारत की मुख्य न्यायाधीश और हमारे सबकी सम्मानीय जस्टिस सूर्या कांत जी को असम वासियों का ओर से ये समारोह में स्वागत करता हूँ साथ ही साथ आज हमारे समारोह में शामिल हुए ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस उज्जवल भुइयां, ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस संदीप मेहता, ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस एन कोटेश्वर सिंह, ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस विजय बिश्नोई और साथ में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जो रिटायर्ड जजेस हैं और हमारे मेघालय त्रिपुरा साथ में आए हुए हमारे चीफ जस्टिस है हमारा गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट का जजेस है सबको मैं ये समारोह में स्वागत करता हूँ আজি অসমবাসীৰ বাবে এটা অনন্য আৰু পবিত্ৰ দিন গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ সুদীৰ্ঘ পৰম্পৰাৰ বিষয়ে আমাৰ সন্মানীয় ন্যায়াধীশ উজ্জ্বল ভূঞা ডাঙৰীয়াই আপোনালোকক বিৱৰি কৈছে। ন্যায়, সত্য আৰু জনসাধাৰণৰ সাংবিধানিক অধিকাৰ সুৰক্ষাৰ বাবে জন্ম লগ্নৰে পৰা গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ে দি অহা বৰঙণি আৰু চহকী অৱদানক অসমবাসীয়ে সদায় কৃতজ্ঞতাৰে সোঁৱৰে। সময়ৰ লগে লগে এটা জাতিৰ সপোন পৰিৱৰ্তন হয় আৰু সময়ৰ লগে লগে মানুহে অগ্ৰগতি বা আগবাঢ়ি যাবলৈ সংকল্প গ্ৰহণ কৰে। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ অধিবক্তা হিচাপে মই সুদীৰ্ঘ এটা দশক কাম কৰিছিলোঁ আৰু জীৱনৰ বা প্ৰথম প্ৰফেশ্যনেল লাইফ মই গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়তে আৰম্ভ কৰিছিলোঁ। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ আজিৰ যিটো ভৱন, সি গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ গৰিমা বা ভৱিষ্যতৰ 50 বছৰৰ আমাৰ যি সপোন, তাৰ লগত নিশ্চিতভাৱে ই কেতিয়াও খাপ নাখায়। বহু দিনৰ পৰা আমাৰ মনত প্ৰচেষ্টা আছিলে যে আমাৰ ৰাজ্যৰ বিধানসভাই হওক, উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ে হওক বা ৰাজ্যৰ সচিবালয়ে হওক, ই আধুনিক অসমক প্ৰতিনিধিত্ব কৰক। ই অসমবাসীৰ সপোনৰ এটা ইনষ্টিটিউশ্যন হওক। লাহে লাহে বিধানসভাৰ পৰিৱৰ্তন হ'ল, সচিবালয়ৰো পৰিৱৰ্তন হ'ল। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ পৰিৱৰ্তন আমি দেখা নাছিলোঁ। 2022 চনত গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ তেতিয়াৰ মুখ্য ন্যায়াধীশ ন্যায়মূৰ্তি সন্দীপ মেহতা ডাঙৰীয়াই মোক এদিন উল্লেখ কৰিছিল যে গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় আমি এটা নতুন স্থানলৈ লৈ যাব লাগে। মই মুখ্য ন্যায়াধীশ ডাঙৰীয়াক কৈছিলোঁ যে আজি যদি আমি সিদ্ধান্ত লওঁ, আমি গুৱাহাটীৰ আশে পাশে মাটি দিব পাৰিম, কিন্তু আৰু 10 বছৰ পিছত যদি আমি ইয়াক চিন্তা কৰোঁ, ছয়গাঁও আৰু বকোলৈকে যাব লাগিব, নহ'লে আমি জাগিৰোডলৈকে যাব লাগিব। গতিকে আমি যদি সঁচাকৈ উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ক স্থানান্তৰ কৰিব লাগে, সিদ্ধান্ত আজি লোৱা উচিত। জাষ্টিছ মেহতা ডাঙৰীয়াক মই কৈছিলোঁ যে আমি আপোনাক 6-7টা লোকেশ্যন দেখুৱাম আৰু আপুনি সিদ্ধান্ত ল'ব, গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ ন্যায়াধীশসকলে সিদ্ধান্ত ল'ব যে উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় ক'ত প্ৰতিষ্ঠা হ'ব লাগে। কেইবাটাও স্থান পৰিদৰ্শন কৰাৰ পিছত জাষ্টিছ মেহতা ডাঙৰীয়াই আমাক কৈছিলে যে ৰংমহলৰ আজিৰ স্থানটোৱে আটাইতকৈ উপযুক্ত স্থান। এটা সপোন আৰম্ভ হৈছিলে। সিদিনাখনৰ পৰাই আমি চিন্তা কৰিছিলোঁ যে কি ধৰণে গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ক এটা আধুনিক ৰূপ দিব পৰা যায়, আমাৰ উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ পৰম্পৰাৰ লগত সংগতি ৰাখি ইয়াক ডিজিটেল, টেকনলজিকেল আৰু ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰৰ দিশত আমি এটা সুসজ্জিত গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ নিৰ্মাণ কৰিব পাৰোঁ। সন্মানীয় ন্যায়মূৰ্তি সন্দীপ মেহতা ডাঙৰীয়াৰ অৱসৰ বা উচ্চতম ন্যায়ালয়লৈ পদোন্নতিৰ পিছত গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ মুখ্য ন্যায়াধীশ হিচাপে সন্মানীয় ন্যায়াধীশ বিজয় বিষ্ণয় ডাঙৰীয়াই দায়িত্ব গ্ৰহণ কৰে আৰু তেখেতৰ সময়তে আমি লাহে লাহে আৰ্কিটেকচাৰেল ড্ৰয়িং আদি প্ৰস্তুত কৰোঁ আৰু ৰংমহলৰ এই স্থানত 148 বিঘা মাটি আমি অধিগ্ৰহণৰ প্ৰচেষ্টা কৰোঁ। মই অত্যন্ত কৃতজ্ঞ, অকল জালুকবাৰী সমষ্টিৰ বিধায়ক হিচাপে নহয়, মই অত্যন্ত কৃতজ্ঞ যেতিয়া গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় ইয়াত স্থানান্তৰ হোৱাৰ কথা কোৱা হ'ল, ৰংমহলৰ স্থানীয় ৰাইজে অলপো আপত্তি গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ক দিবৰ বাবে সিদ্ধান্ত গ্ৰহণ কৰে। আপোনালোকে জানি আচৰিত হ'ব, নাৰেংগী কুৰুৱাৰ দলঙৰ পিছত, গুৱাহাটী উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটী দলঙৰ পিছত আৰু ৰিং ৰোড নিৰ্মাণৰ পিছত আজি আমি যিডোখৰ মাটিত থিয় হৈ আছো, সেই মাটিডোখৰৰ মূল্য চৰকাৰে দিয়া টকাৰে জুখিব নোৱাৰি। কেৱল মাত্ৰ ন্যায়পালিকাৰ ওপৰত থকা শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ বাবেই ৰংমহলৰ ৰাইজে এই মাটি গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ক দিবৰ বাবে সিদ্ধান্ত গ্ৰহণ কৰে। মই ৰংমহলৰ ৰাইজৰ ওচৰত আকৌ এবাৰ মোৰ অন্তৰৰ বহুত কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছো। যেতিয়া আমি ইয়াৰ আৰ্কিটেক্ট বা আমাৰ আৰ্কিটেকচাৰেল ড্ৰয়িং প্ৰস্তুত কৰিছিলো, আমি সকলোৱে জানো সন্মানীয় ন্যায়াধীশ উজ্জ্বল ভূঞা ডাঙৰীয়াই গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ত প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰিছিলে। আজি উচ্চতম ন্যায়ালয়ৰ তেখেত ন্যায়াধীশ। আমি যাতে পাৰ্সপেক্টিভ লছ নকৰো, মই আমাৰ যিসকল বিষয়াই ইয়াৰ ড্ৰয়িং আদি বনাইছিল তেওঁলোকক মই অনুৰোধ কৰিছিলো যে আপোনালোকে সন্মানীয় ন্যায়াধীশ উজ্জ্বল ভূঞা ডাঙৰীয়াৰ পৰা সময় লৈ বিল্ডিংটোৰ বিষয়ে বা ইয়াৰ কি ধৰণে আমি উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ক নিৰ্মাণ কৰিম আপোনালোকে তেখেতৰ অভিজ্ঞতাৰ পৰা শিকিবৰ বাবে যত্ন কৰক। তেখেতৰ পৰামৰ্শত আমি বহু নতুন দিশ উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ আমাৰ প্ৰস্তাৱিত ভৱনটোত আমি সন্মিলিত কৰিছিলো বা সমাহিত কৰিছিলো। গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ প্ৰতিগৰাকী সন্মানীয় ন্যায়াধীশে এই আৰ্কিটেক্ট বা ইয়াৰ বিল্ডিঙৰ প্ৰেজেন্টেশ্যন সূক্ষ্মভাৱে পৰ্যালোচনা কৰিছিল আৰু ফুল কোৰ্টে আমাক যেতিয়া অনুমতি দিছিলে তেতিয়া আমি এই বিল্ডিঙৰ নিবিদা আহ্বান কৰিছিলো। আপোনালোকে জানি অত্যন্ত আনন্দিত হ'ব যে এই সমগ্ৰ ভৱনটোত আমি কেইবাটাও পৰিকল্পনা কৰিছো। বৰ্তমান ইয়াত 31টা কোৰ্ট ৰুম হ'ব, য'ত নেকি অধিবক্তা লিটিগেন সকলোৱে নিজে কোৰ্ট ৰুমত বহি তেওঁলোকৰ গোচৰৰ বিচাৰৰ প্ৰক্ৰিয়া তেওঁলোকে শুনিব পাৰিব, চাব পাৰিব। 31খন কোৰ্টৰ লগতে গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ অধিবক্তাসকলৰ বাবে 300 চেম্বাৰৰ লগতে আমি 2000 উকিলে বাৰ লাইব্ৰেৰীত বা বাৰত বহি তেওঁলোকে যাতে উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ কাম কাজত যোগদান কৰিব পাৰে তাৰ বাবে আমি ব্যৱস্থা কৰিছো। প্ৰশাসনীয় ভৱনৰ বাবে ৰেজিষ্ট্ৰীৰ লগত জড়িত আটাইবোৰ দিশ সামৰি আমি G+6 এটা ডাঙৰ বিল্ডিঙৰ আমি ইয়াত কল্পনা কৰিছো। ভৱিষ্যতে গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ত যদি কোৰ্টৰ সংখ্যা বাঢ়ে, আজি যেনেকে সন্মানীয় ন্যায়াধীশ ভূঞা ডাঙৰীয়াই কৈছে যে জাজ আৰু বাঢ়িব লাগে, ভৱিষ্যতৰ কাৰণে আৰু 15টা কোৰ্ট ইয়াত সন্নিবিষ্ট কৰা হৈছে। কামৰূপ মহানগৰ আৰু কামৰূপ জিলাৰ 2খন চিভিল বা জিলা যিটো ন্যায়াধীশ ব্যৱস্থা তাক সন্নিবিষ্ট কৰি ইয়াত 65খন জিলা কোৰ্টৰ ব্যৱস্থা কৰা হৈছে। অৰ্থাৎ ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্ট চিভিল কোৰ্টৰ পৰা সেশন জাজৰ পৰা MSCT ট্ৰিব্যুনেলৰ পৰা আমাৰ ইণ্ডাষ্ট্ৰিয়েল ট্ৰিব্যুনেললৈকে 65খন ইয়াত আমাৰ কোৰ্ট সন্নিবিষ্ট কৰা হৈছে। আৰু ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্ট জুডিচিয়াৰীৰ কাৰণে সেপাৰেটলি 2000 উকিল বহিব পৰা ইয়াত ব্যৱস্থা কৰা হৈছে। ইয়াত 1000 লোকে বহিব পৰা অডিটৰিয়ামৰ ব্যৱস্থা কৰা হৈছে। হাইকোৰ্টৰ পৰীক্ষা নিৰীক্ষা যাতে ইয়াতে কৰিব পাৰি, ইয়াত এক্সামিনেশ্যন হলৰ ব্যৱস্থা কৰা হৈছে। এখন সুসজ্জিত চিকিৎসালয়ৰ ব্যৱস্থা কৰা হৈছে। লগতে আমি যাতে ইয়াত আহিলে এটা সুন্দৰ পৰিৱেশ পাওঁ তাৰ বাবে কাফেটেৰিয়া, কেণ্টিন অপৰ্যাপ্ত পৰিমাণে ৰখা হৈছে। বতাহ চাৰ্কুলেশ্যন আহিবৰ বাবে গ্ৰীনাৰী ৰখা হৈছে। আৰু ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট কোর্ট আৰু হাই কোর্ট একেটা বিল্ডিংত থকাৰ পিছতো হাই কোর্টৰ বাবে আমি সুকীয়া 4 লেনযুক্ত এটা ৰাস্তাৰ ব্যৱস্থা কৰিছো বৰ্তমানৰ ৰংমহলৰ ৰাস্তাটোৱে ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট জুডিচিয়াৰীৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয়তা পূৰণ কৰিব মহাপ্ৰভু দৌল গোবিন্দ আৰু আই দীঘেশ্বৰীৰ মাজত এই পবিত্ৰ স্থানত গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ নতুন ভৱন নিৰ্মাণ হ'ব গৈ আছে এছাম অধিবক্তাই যিকোনো কাৰণতে নহওক কিয় এই ভৱনৰ বিৰোধিতা কৰিছে গণতন্ত্ৰত চৰকাৰে সকলোৰে মতামতক সন্মান জনাব লাগে কিন্তু বিৰোধিতাৰ যিটো মেইন পইণ্ট আছিলে যে বৰ্তমানৰ গুৱাহাটী হাইকোৰ্টৰ পৰা বৰ্তমানৰ উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়লৈ আহিব 2 ঘণ্টা সময় লাগিব মই অত্যন্ত বিনম্ৰতাৰে সৈতে সকলোকে 1 মাৰ্চত এই স্থানলৈ আহিবলৈ অনুৰোধ কৰিম আৰু দীঘিলি পুখুৰীৰ পৰা এই স্থানলৈ যদি 20ৰ পৰা 25 মিনিটতকৈ বেছি লাগে তেতিয়াহলে আমি নিশ্চয় তেওঁলোকক কম যে তেওঁলোকৰ সিদ্ধান্ত শুদ্ধ আছিলে আমাৰ সিদ্ধান্ত ভুল আছিলে কাৰণ ফেব্ৰুৱাৰী মাহৰ মাজভাগত গুৱাহাটী উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটীৰ মাজত নিৰ্মিত দলং প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াই মুকলি কৰিব আৰু তাৰ পিছত ফাঁচী বজাৰৰ পৰা ৰংমহললৈ দূৰত্ব 8ৰ পৰা 9 মিনিট হ'ব তাতকৈ 1 মিনিটো বেছি নহয় তাক আজি মই নিশ্চিতভাৱে ক'ব পাৰো অৰ্থাৎ গুৱাহাটী পৰিৱৰ্তন হৈছে আজি যিখন গুৱাহাটী 20 বছৰ পিছত সেই গুৱাহাটী নাথাকে 10 বছৰ পিছত নাথাকে নাৰেংগী কুৰুৱাৰ দলং ইয়াৰ পৰা 8 কিলোমিটাৰ 7 কিলোমিটাৰ অৰ্থাৎ নাৰেংগী জাগিৰোড নগাঁৱৰ পৰা অহা প্ৰতিগৰাকী লিটিগেন প্ৰতিগৰাকী অধিবক্তাই খানাপাৰাৰ পৰা কেতিয়াও আমাৰ গুৱাহাটী হাইকোৰ্টলৈকে আহিব নালাগে সোণাপুৰৰ পৰা চিধা তেওঁলোকে ৰংমহললৈকে আহিব নাৰেংগী কুৰুৱাৰ দলঙেদি নলবাৰী কামৰূপ দৰং মঙলদৈৰ যিমান অধিবক্তা আছে লিটিগেন আছে তেওঁলোকে ৰিং ৰোডৰে ৰংমহললৈ আহিব আৰু ফাঁচী বজাৰ ভৰলুমুখৰ আমাৰ সমগ্ৰ অধিবক্তা লিটিগেন সকল গুৱাহাটী উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটী দলঙেদি ৰংমহল আহিব আৰু বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় আদিৰ পৰা বকো ছয়গাঁৱৰ পৰা অহা লিটিগেন সকল আমাৰ পৰম্পৰাগত পথেৰে আমাৰ ৰংমহললৈ আহিব আৰু তাতো গৌৰীপুৰত আমি ইমান ডাঙৰ এটা ট্ৰাম্পেট বনাই আছো যিটো জুলাইত আমি উদ্বোধন কৰিম অৰ্থাৎ মই ক'ব পাৰো যে ৰংমহলে গুৱাহাটীৰ মধ্যবিন্দুলৈকে ৰূপান্তৰ হ'ব ফাঁচী বজাৰ পাণ বজাৰ পৰিৱৰ্তন হ'ব ৰংমহল উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটী চাংচাৰী কুৰুৱা এই গোটেই অঞ্চলটোৱে গুৱাহাটীৰ মধ্যস্থানলৈ ৰূপান্তৰ হ'ব আৰু এয়া সপোন নহয় সপোন আছিল এটা সময় কিন্তু সপোন এই ফেব্ৰুৱাৰী মাহৰ পৰাই দিঠকত ৰূপান্তৰ হ'ব বহু দিনলৈকে আমি ঘূৰি চাব নালাগে গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ নতুন বিল্ডিং ডিজিটেলি ইকুইপড হ'ব AR VR আদিৰ সহযোগত আমি যিসকলে কোৰ্টত বহু দূৰৰ পৰাও কোৰ্টত তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ কথা ক'ব খোজে AR VR আদাৰ ডিজিটেল টেকনলজিৰে আমি দূৰত্ব নোহোৱা কৰিম মই ভাবো গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ এই ভৱন আধুনিক অসমৰ পৰিচয় হ'ব নতুন অসমৰ পৰিচয় হ'ব যি অসমৰ পম খেদি যোৱা 5টা 6টা 10টা বছৰত আমি কাম কৰিছো সেইখন অসমৰে সপোন দিঠকত পৰিণত হোৱাত গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ নতুন ভৱন এক মাইলৰ খুঁটাত পৰিণত হ'ব গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ অধিবক্তাসকলে 3 বছৰ আগত যেতিয়া মোক সাক্ষাৎ কৰিব আহিছিল তেওঁলোকক মই প্ৰতিশ্ৰুতি দিছিলো যে গুৱাহাটী উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটীৰ দলং সম্পূৰ্ণ নোহোৱালৈকে আমি নতুন ভৱনৰ নিৰ্মাণ কাম আৰম্ভ নকৰো আজি গুৱাহাটী উত্তৰ গুৱাহাটীৰ দলং নিৰ্মাণৰ কামো সম্পূৰ্ণ হৈছে আৰু গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ এটা নতুন যাত্ৰাৰো আৰম্ভণি হৈছে। মই সকলোকে আহ্বান জনাম, আপোনালোকে এই প্ৰয়াসক সমৰ্থন কৰক। এখন নতুন আধুনিক অসমৰ বুনিয়াদ নিৰ্মাণক আমাক সহায় কৰক। পৰম্পৰা ঐতিহ্যৰ ভেটিত আমি এখন নতুন আধুনিক অসম নিৰ্মাণ কৰিব খোজো। প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াৰ ভাষাত বিকাশ ভি বিৰাসত ভি, আমি বিকাশ আৰু বিৰাসত, বিকাশ আৰু ঐতিহ্য দুইটাকে আমি সন্মুখত লৈ আমি এখন নতুন অসমৰ সপোন দেখো আৰু সেই নতুন অসমৰ সপোনক বাস্তৱত ৰূপায়ণ হোৱাৰ দিশত আজি এটা মাইলৰ খুঁটা। আমি অসমীয়া ৰাইজে ভাবি চাব লাগিব। আজি ঝাৰখণ্ডৰ দৰে ৰাজ্যত নতুন উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ ভৱন নিৰ্মাণ হৈছে। উত্তৰ প্ৰদেশ, অন্ধ্ৰ প্ৰদেশ, ৰাজস্থান, সকলো ৰাজ্যৰ, মহাৰাষ্ট্ৰ, সকলো ৰাজ্যৰ জনতাই পুৰণা কনজাষ্টেড হাইকোৰ্টৰ জাগাত নতুন ভৱন নিৰ্মাণ কৰিছে। অসমৰ অধিকাৰ নাই নেকি এখন আধুনিক অসমৰ ফালে যোৱাৰ? অসমৰ অধিকাৰ নাই নেকি আকাশ চোৱাৰ? মই বিশ্বাস কৰোঁ অসম আৰু অসমীয়াৰ অধিকাৰ আছে আকাশ চোৱাৰ, আৰু আমি আকাশ চুম আৰু আমি এখন নতুন অসমৰ বুনিয়াদ নিৰ্মাণ কৰিম। मैं आज का समारोह में भारत की सम्मानीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश हमारे न्यायमूर्ति सूर्य कांत जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। आपने हमें पूरी की पूरी इंस्पायर किया। जुडिशियरी को जो मदद चाहिए, जुडिशियरी को अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी डिस्चार्ज करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट को जो भी करना चाहिए वो करने के लिए आपने हम सब लोगों को इंस्पायर किया। आज का ये समारोह में आपका उपस्थिति भारत के संविधान और भारत के न्यायपालिका को, जनता का सपना को पूरा करने के लिए जो एक माध्यम बनाने का आपका जो इरादा है, इसको पूर्ति करता है, इसको दर्शाता है। मैं आपको असम वासियों का ओर से पुनः एक बार धन्यवाद देता हूं। आज जो स्थान में हमारे नया हाईकोर्ट का भवन शुरू होने जा रहा है, इसका दाहिना और हमारे दौल गोविंद महाप्रभु विराजमान करता है और बायां ओर हमारे माँ दीर्घेश्वरी विराजमान होते हैं, और ब्रह्मपुत्र का उस पार से माँ कामाख्या हमें हमेशा आशीर्वाद देते रहेगा। मैं आपका उपस्थिति और आपका गरिमामय उपस्थिति के लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। ये भवन निर्माण का समय जो भी कारण है, जो भी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हो, जस्टिस सम्मानीय जस्टिस मेहता और सम्मानीय न्यायमूर्ति विजय बिश्नोई जी को बहुत ही कभी कभी एक ऐसा सिचुएशन को फेस करना पड़ा जो असम के मुख्यमंत्री का रूप से और एक असमिया का रूप से मुझको कभी कभी अच्छा नहीं लगा। मुझको कभी कभी बहुत दुख लगा। इसलिए दोनों व्यक्ति का कोई यहाँ में व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थ नहीं था, एक इंस्टीट्यूशन को आगे बढ़वाने का दोनों का इरादा था। लेकिन हमारा कोई कोई लोगों को लगा कि उनका कोई स्वार्थ है। उनका क्या स्वार्थ हो सकता है? असम में काम करने आए थे, अभी दिल्ली चला गया है, उनका कुछ भी स्वार्थ नहीं है। हाँ, एक स्वार्थ है कि इंस्टीट्यूशन आगे बढ़े और हमारे जो 50 साल का बाद भी यहाँ वकालत करेगा, उनको एक ऐसा माहौल मिले जहां वो जस्टिस सिस्टम को स्ट्रेंथन कर सकता है। मैं हमेशा आप दोनों महानुभाव का हमेशा ग्रेटफुल रहूंगा। आप लोग दोनों का परिश्रम का कारण असम को एक बहुत बड़ा विरासत मिलने जा रहा है, और आपको जान के अच्छा लगेगा ये पूरा प्रोजेक्ट में असम गवर्नमेंट 1700 करोड़ खर्चा करने जा रहा है। 480 crores is in the first phase, 1200 crore in the second phase, and together we are going to spend, everything will be completed, we are going to spend 1700 crore, and first phase हम 26 महीना में खड़ा करके यहाँ आप लोगों को दोबारा इनवाइट करूंगा हमारा उद्बोधन समारोह में। जस्टिस सम्मानीय जस्टिस उज्जवल भुइयां जी ने एक जो हमें हौसला दिया, किसलिए कभी कभी मैं भी कंफ्यूज हो जाता था कि हम सही रास्ता में था कि नहीं था, बट उन्होंने हमें हमेशा बोला कि इरेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ एनीथिंग हम गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट को रंगमहल में बने, अच्छा हाई कोर्ट बने, इसके लिए आई विल ऑलवेज सपोर्ट द इनिशिएटिव ऑफ गवर्नमेंट। में सम्मानीय जस्टिस उज्जवल भुइयां साहब को भी मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। हमारे जस्टिस कटेश्वर सिंह जी मुझको जब भी मिलते हैं, मिलना कम हो गया है इसलिए जम्मू कश्मीर गया फिर दिल्ली में आए, बट जब भी मुझको मिलते हैं हमेशा पूछते थे कि हाई कोर्ट का नया बिल्डिंग का स्टेटस क्या है। ये बहुत बड़ा इंस्पायर करते हैं। मैं ऑनरेबल जस्टिस कटेश्वर सिंह जी को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। ये पूरा परिक्रमा में हमारे गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट का प्रेजेंट जजेस, सम्मानीय न्यायाधीशगण, साथ में हमारे जस्टिस सुमन श्याम, सारे लोगों ने हम लोगों को इतना हौसला दिया ये आगे बढ़ने के लिए, इसलिए हमारा सपना बड़ा होते होते चला गया। पहले तो हाई कोर्ट का सपना था, फिर हमने सोचा नहीं डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट भी आएगा, फिर कभी कभी मैं सोचता हूं व्हाई नॉट मेट्रो भी तो आ सकता है, यहाँ में मेट्रो भी चल सकता है। तो सपना बड़े होते ही जाएगा और असम आज सपना देख सकता है। अगर असम अपना इलाका में सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री बना सकता है, अगर असम बैम्बो से इथानल बना सकता है, अगर असम देश का सबसे खूबसूरत एयरपोर्ट बना सकता है, तो असम देश का सबसे खूबसूरत हाई कोर्ट भी बना सकता है। और ये करके हम दिखाऊंगा। फिर एक बार आप लोग सबको मेरा आभार व्यक्त करते हुए मैं मेरा बाणी का विराम देता हूं। সকলোকে আকৌ এবাৰ ধন্যবাদ। নতুন অসম গঢ়িম আমি, নতুন অসম গঢ়িম আৰু আধুনিক অসম গঢ়িম পৰম্পৰা আৰু ঐতিহ্যক সামৰি। বহুত বহুত ধন্যবাদ। জয় হিন্দ, বন্দে মাতৰম।
Thank you, sir, for your commitment to upgrading judicial infrastructure, a move that would serve the citizens of the state for generations, and one that required you to invest tremendous personal capital to build consensus and make the project see light of the day.
গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ বাবে আজি এক সঁচাকৈয়ে গৌৰৱময় যাত্ৰাৰ আৰম্ভণি। 1948 চনত বিভাগীয় আয়ুক্তৰ কাৰ্যালয়ৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ হোৱা গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ৰ আজিৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ হ'ব এক নতুন যাত্ৰা। সাতভনীৰ একমাত্ৰ উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় হিচাপে অনেক বছৰ স্বকীয় মৰ্যাদা লাভ কৰা গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ে আজিও অসমৰ লগতে নাগালেণ্ড, মিজোৰাম আৰু অৰুণাচল প্ৰদেশৰো উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় হিচাপে এক সুকীয়া পৰিচয় বহন কৰি আহিছে আৰু ইয়াৰ পৰিসৰ ব্যাপক। কিন্তু সেই অনুপাতে আজিও উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়খনৰ আন্তঃগাঁথনি সম্পূৰ্ণ নহয়। মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী মহোদয়ে কোৱাৰ দৰে আজিৰ এই আধাৰশিলা স্থাপনৰ ক্ষন্তিৰ পৰাই উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়খনৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয় আন্তঃগাঁথনিমূলক প্ৰয়োজন পূৰণ হ'ব আৰু লগতে আন আন আদালতসমূহৰ অন্তৰ্ভুক্তিৰ ফলত এই নতুন সংহত ন্যায়িক ব্যৱস্থাই অধিক সুবিধাজনক ৰূপ লাভ কৰিব বুলি আমি আশাবাদী। এই আশা আৰু দৃঢ় বিশ্বাসেৰে আহক আগবাঢ়ো আধাৰশিলা স্থাপন অনুষ্ঠানলৈ।
With utmost reverence, I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, and Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, to kindly proceed to lay the foundation stone of Integrated Judicial Court Complex, marking the beginning of a significant chapter in the administration of justice, and then unveil the plaque. I would request other esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly join them. Today's foundation laying is not just the commencement of a building's construction. It is the laying of a stronger future for the justice delivery system, a reaffirmation of the trust that people repose in our judiciary. To solemnly mark this historic moment, I have the honor to request Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, to kindly unveil the plaque symbolizing the foundation of this noble endeavor. May I now request all the esteemed dignitaries to kindly resume their designated seats. May I now request all the esteemed dignitaries to kindly resume their designated seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now showcase a presentation on the walkthrough of the proposed integrated judicial court complex.
Access to justice is not merely a constitutional guarantee. It is the very backbone of a democratic society. A welfare state is duty-bound to ensure that its citizens receive justice in a system that is accessible, efficient, transparent, and responsive. With this realization, the nation's visionary leader, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, ushered in a historic transformation of the judicial system by replacing the colonial era CRPC, CPC, and IPC with the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, marking a decisive step towards a more just and contemporary legal framework. Today, we witness the realization of that commitment under the dynamic and visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, who has consistently worked towards strengthening institutions and empowering governance. The Guwahati High Court stands as a symbol of our rich judicial heritage. Established on the 1st of April 1948, it has served as a pillar of justice for decades. However, with a rapid growth in population, increasing number of cases, expanding legal fraternity, and the evolving nature of litigation, the existing infrastructure has become insufficient to meet present and future demands. Limited courtrooms, congestion, traffic challenges, and inadequate digital facilities have constrained the smooth functioning of the justice system. Recognizing these challenges, the government of Assam has envisioned and initiated the development of a state-of-the-art integrated judicial township at Rangmahal, a project that blends tradition with modernity and heritage with technology. For this ambitious project, the state government has allotted 128 bighas of land. The estimated cost of this two-phase dream project is rupees 1,705 crore. In the first phase, with an estimated investment of about rupees 479 crore, this complex will accommodate the High Court building, bar building, office building, lower court building, and all allied facilities under one integrated campus. In its first phase, the High Court building will comprise 31 courtrooms and judges' chambers, along with a registrar's office, record rooms, and public counters. The G+6 bar building will provide modern seating for 1,000 advocates, a digital library, meeting halls, lounges, and professional spaces. The G+6 office building will host administrative departments, clerical offices, case management systems, and digital judicial services. The project also ensures robust infrastructural support, including parking facilities for 900 four-wheelers and 400 two-wheelers, with provisions for future expansion into multi-level parking. Looking ahead, the second phase of development will add 15 more courtrooms in G+4 High Court building, expanded administrative facilities, and will include an auditorium with 800-seat capacity and an examination hall with 2,000-seat capacity, making this complex not only a center of justice, but also a hub of legal learning and professional exchange. The second phase constitutes the core of this initiative and involves the construction of a modern G+9 district court complex. The state-of-the-art district court building will house fully equipped 65 courtrooms, judicial chambers, legal aid and litigant support facilities, along with dedicated administrative floors to accommodate the efficient disposal of all categories of cases. The G+9 District Court Annex building will serve as a centralized administrative hub, incorporating advanced record management systems, case tracking facilities, and operational offices to support judicial functions. In addition to the court infrastructure, the second phase will include the construction of a district bar building, providing modern workspace for advocates, a comprehensive law library, client consultation rooms, and other essential professional amenities. Furthermore, the project will encompass the expansion of the High Court bar building, creating additional chambers and support facilities to serve approximately 1,000 advocates. Total estimated cost for the second phase of construction is rupees 1,227 crore. Connectivity has been given equal importance. The complex will be directly linked to the Guwahati-North Guwahati Bridge upon the mighty river Brahmaputra through a dedicated 4-lane road. It will reduce the travel time for litigants, lawyers, and judicial officers. Today, as the foundation stone is laid by the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, we mark the beginning of a transformative journey, one that will strengthen the rule of law, enhance judicial efficiency, and uphold constitutional promise of justice for all.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant is a distinguished authority in constitutional, civil, and service law. His lordship was appointed as the youngest Advocate General of Haryana in 2000 and was designated a senior advocate in 2001 in recognition of his exceptional legal acumen. Elevated as a judge of the Punjab and Haryana High Court in 2004, his lordship later served as the Chief Justice of the Himachal Pradesh High Court till his elevation to the Supreme Court. His lordship took oath as the 53rd Chief Justice of India of Supreme Court of India. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, the Chief Justice of India, to kindly deliver his valuable speech.
Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Honorable the Chief Minister, State of Assam, my esteemed colleagues from the Supreme Court, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, Justice Sandeep Mehta, Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, and Justice Vijay Bishnoi. Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, Honorable Minister of State, Law and Justice, Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Honorable the Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, we have three more distinguished Chief Justices of the High Courts among us. Justice M.S. Ramchandra Rao, Honorable Chief Justice of Tripura High Court, Justice Mrs. Revati Mohit Dere, Honorable Chief Justice of Meghalaya High Court, and Justice M. Sundar, Chief Justice of Manipur High Court, are also among us. Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, with whom I have a special relationship, being my Chief Justice, not only in the High Court, but also in the Supreme Court. He has also joined us online. Honorable Mr. Justice Dr. M.K. Sharma, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice H.K. Sema, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sapre, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. My brother, colleague, former Judge, Honorable Mr. Justice Rishikesh Roy. Respected judges of the Guwahati High Court, senior most judge of the Sikkim High Court, Justice Meenakshi Rai, distinguished judges of different high courts like Bombay High Court, Patna High Court, and Odisha High Court, who are also present here. The former Chief Justices of Guwahati and Patna High Court, Honorable Ministers of Government of Assam, Learned Advocate General for the State of Assam, Learned Advocate General for the State of Nagaland, Learned Chief Secretary, Director General of Police, and other civil and police administration senior officers of Government of Assam, Registrar General, District Judge, and other learned judicial officers from the cadre of State of Assam and other neighboring states, learned senior advocates, presidents and office bearers of the State Bar Council, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, Bar Council of North Eastern States, Advocates Association and Bar Associations of the District of Kamrup Metro, very distinguished members of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association, very distinguished spouses of the sitting and former judges who have also graced this occasion,
friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. Before I commence my formal sharing of views on this historical event, I will request to my brother Justice Sandeep Mehta and Justice Vijay Bisnoy that I am absolving to leave because you have to catch the flight. So please don't miss the flight. Thank you very much for being here. Of course, I am also here because of not only the invitation by Honorable the Chief Minister of Assam, but also as my brother strongly desired that I should also participate in this event. Thank you very much for being here with us. Assam and the wider northern eastern region have always held a special place in India's historical and constitutional imagination. This land has taught us that diversity is not a challenge to unity, but its greatest strength. Shaped by the mighty Brahmaputra River and sustained by a rich mosaic of cultures, languages, and traditions, this region embodies resilience, harmony with nature, and a deep sense of community. Standing here today, I am reminded that justice like this land must progress steadily and inclusivity, reaching everyone without obstruction or exclusion. Living amid some of the most challenging terrains in the country has shaped how various communities in the Northeast understand protection and access. Assamese culture, in particular, reflects this through symbols like the japi, the traditional conical hat that shelters all who wear it, asking nothing of status or background. Institutions here must also embody the same quality, namely accessible despite difficult geography and protective of everyone's dignity. It is in this spirit that we lay the foundation stone of this integrated court complex. Today, a comprehensive institution spanning hundreds of bighas designed to house all facilities under one roof. And while formally laying down the foundation stone, Honorable the Chief Minister has very minutely explained, and you have seen in the brief video documentary, the kind of infrastructure with modern day facilities and a requirement that probably will be able to meet at least next 50 years requirement of the legal fraternity. All those issues have been addressed in the proposed complex. I therefore believe that the ceremony which we have just performed represents far more than the commencement of a construction project. It is a reaffirmation of a constitutional guarantee, and that guarantee is that the law must never appear remote, forbidding, or out of reach. This commitment is fundamental and characterized by the region's complex geography and social diversity. In the context of reimagining justice delivery, I believe that the concept of an integrated court complex echoes a mature, contemporary, and futuristic approach to how courts must serve. Despite dispute resolution is not confined to the courtroom or to the moment a judgment is delivered. It is a process that begins when someone brings their dispute to the court and continues until it is finally determined. This process of delivering justice involves judges, lawyers, consumer of justice, prosecutors, court staff, legal aid institutions, and various other alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. When these components operate in isolation, the experience of the justice delivery system becomes fragmented and exhausting. On the other hand, when they function together in tandem, the idea of justice becomes coherent, efficient, and humane. Therefore, integration is not just an architectural concept, it is about how the system works as a whole. For litigants, the challenge often begins not in the courtroom, but in simply how to reach there. I have seen how exhausting it is when the litigants are required to move between courts across the city, from the High Court to district courts, then to legal aid offices situated somewhere else. The burden of travel and navigation drains the energy that would otherwise be spent on presenting their case. I am therefore personally so delighted that this integrated judicial court complex will fundamentally change that experience for the consumer of justice. By bringing together the High Court, the District Judiciary of Kamrup, Metro, and all essential services in a single accessible location, it will enable people to focus on what truly matters, namely being heard and seeking justice rather than merely navigating the system. For members of the legal fraternity, I am so happy that hundreds and hundreds of you have joined this historical occasion. For you, a fragmented infrastructure is not merely a matter of logistical inconvenience, it is a systemic barrier that stifles the evolution of a lawyer's career. Today, our court complexes often seem largely saturated, with available space dominated by senior members who have leveraged their longevity. This leaves the rising generation of young and brilliant lawyers, as my brother Justice Ujjwal also expressed his concern about it. The young and brilliant lawyers, and especially those, the future lawyers, the next generation of lawyers, those who with the global vision which is necessary for our future, if they are left without so much as a space to consult their clients, so what's going to happen to them? Forced to commute between disparate forms, these new entrants in profession face an impractical and unfair burden that limits their growth and preserves an unhealthy monopoly within the bar. As the head of the Indian judiciary, my priority is to the development of future infrastructure that empowers those who are yet to find their footing rather than catering to those who have already reaped the full harvest of this profession. They must also be respected. They must also be given the sufficient space. But my concern as head of the institution is about the young generation of the lawyers, the future lawyers who are studying in law schools right now, and those who have a vision to join the bar. Their needs also we need to cater well before time, particularly when we know very well that after a couple of years, it will become difficult to have an open space of land for development of infrastructure near the cities. And especially when we are talking of a city which is the capital headquarters of a state. That is why I was initially surprised when it was brought to my notice that Bar Association, some of the members are opposing this infrastructure development. I believe that either they are ill-informed or unfortunately, they are not realizing the need and the necessity for the young members of the bar and those who are in queue to join the profession. I hope And I still firmly believe that each one of them will realize that the personal vested interests, only because you might be having a good office near the old complex, should not be a valid or justified ground to hamper the development of a modern day infrastructure which has completely futuristic approach. In this backdrop, therefore, I earnestly appeal to the state government and the Chief Justice of the High Court to ensure that every young lawyer, regardless of socio-economic background or professional seniority, be accommodated, be provided with adequate space to practice. I also propose a tiered approach. While young entrants must be accommodated as a matter of right, those who have already amassed significant wealth through the profession can wait for a while. But in any case, I am so happy to see that the complex is so wide. The state government has decided to spend so liberally that it takes care of all the future, young, senior, and those who have already well-established practice, that each one of you can be very respectfully accommodated. In terms of the infrastructure, I could see, as my brother Ujjwal wanted me also to explain to you, but I can foresee that there are bar rooms. My request to the Honorable Chief Justice will be, who served at that time, that on completion of the building, let there be a separate bar room for the women members of the High Court Bar Association or the District Bar Association. Similarly, on my request and on my suggestion, I am thankful to Honorable the Chief Minister that a dedicated primary health center, a dedicated approach road to minimize the traveling time, both have been provisioned in the new complex. To my mind, this kind of facilities are historical in the way that they will facilitate the lawyers, the senior citizens, the consumer of justice, and the visiting people to the complex. These are all part of the basic amenities which a civic society, as part of human rights, is required for everyone. I am confident that the senior members of the bar will support the dismantling of geographical monopolies and will play a very proactive role in ensuring that this new complex is completed at the earliest, and a space of convenience for all those who are practicing mainly either in district courts or in the High Court, or particularly those who are practicing at both the places. To them, a lot of convenience is provided. We must remember that we stand upon the shoulders of our giants. This is, after all, the land of great thinkers and trailblazers, figures like Shri Anandaram Barua, a man who navigated the complexities of the law and the civil services with equal distinction. He was more than a professional. He was a pioneer who dedicated his life to the promotion of Assamese literature and the enrichment of cultural identity. In a way, the construction of a complex which addresses the future issues is a great tribute to the personalities like Shri Anandaram Barua. I call upon the young members of the bar to draw inspiration from such stalwarts of your own heritage. You must act with the courage and integrity that justifies the legacy of such doyens. Do not allow the narrow interests of the present to eclipse the expensive vision of the past. It is your duty, my young friends, to ensure that the future of the Indian judiciary in Assam and the neighboring states where you cater this High Court as a common High Court is built on the foundations of equity, progress, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. The proposed integrated judicial court complex, as we just saw, meets with all these aspirations, and it directly addresses these concerns, as dedicated chambers will also be available on the site, a well-equipped library with support, research and preparation, spacious bar rooms for the members of the bar, a separate exclusive room, I believe, for the women members of the bar, canteen, primary health center, record rooms, all other dedicated facilities are being provided in this new integrated complex. And these facilities will ensure that advocates can move between hearings, access documents, consult with the clients, and prepare effectively without losing hours to travel or searching for basic facilities. For the judges and the judicial officers who are going to occupy and adorn this new complex, I know your requirements differ, but those requirements are also equally important. Judges need more than courtrooms. They need proper offices for deliberation, spaces where judgments can be written without distraction, and secure areas for discussing sensitive matters. Similarly, the court staff requires organized registry offices, systematic filing areas, and the ability to coordinate across different wings without constant movement between buildings. I have seen the architectural conceptual plans, and I'm so happy to see that all these concerns are effectively addressed here. The Honorable Chief Minister has already shared with you that the technological advancement will be infused in the entire new court complex, and therefore the provisions like virtual hearing, e-filing, and digital case management, etc., all these facilities will also be obviously available in a complex which is basically futuristic in approach. It would of course be remiss of me not to acknowledge the state's Assam's exemplary cooperation. Their steadfast support has been instrumental in laying the groundwork for an institution that will redefine our judicial landscape. I believe the initiative which the then Chief Justice Sandeep Mehta initiated was also pursuant to a resolution passed by the High Court Bar Association in 2022, where the requirement of a new High Court complex was expressed. At that time, there was a collective realization that the current infrastructure is riddled with deficiencies that fail the consumers of justice, the bar, and as also the bench. A previous proposal which was shared with me was pertaining to construction of district courts, which was almost 70 kilometers away. But that was also with the cooperation and the understanding between the High Court and the state government, that the proposal was dropped, and rather this new complex where the district court is also coming was then envisioned. That really takes care of the segregation of otherwise the High Court and the district court, where so many members of the bar and litigants suffer a lot. The current site of the High Court and the district court, as we can see, and all of you being the local know better than me, is strategically positioned for the future. As this project nears completion over the coming short time, I am confident it will emerge as a landmark of judicial excellence, recognized not only on a national scale, but on the international map. True it is that improved infrastructure and better working conditions help courts operate more efficiently. However, efficiency alone will not solve the problem of mounting cases. Much of the answer lies in recognizing that not every dispute needs the full machinery of adjudication. I have long believed that mediation and structured dialogue provide a genuine alternative, not as a compromise, but as an effective path to resolution. And my experience shows that when the disputes are settled through direct negotiation rather than adversarial litigation, they tend to resolve more swiftly and yield outcomes that parties find more acceptable. The proposed judicial court complex therefore provides institutional framework for that approach to succeed. I believe there will be a separate dedicated mediation center as well as the arbitration center located on the same premises, which will also help a lot to the members of the bar and the litigants in resolving the disputes through an alternative dispute resolution mechanism. When judges can confidently suggest mediation or other alternative modes, knowing that parties do not have to navigate across the city for yet another appointment, and people in such situation are most likely to agree to the alternative mechanism. The simply act of uniting these services removes barriers that have quietly discouraged many people from even trying to engage in dialogue. Because when you have the fragmented system, then it creates problem. I believe this will matter not immediately, perhaps, but gradually, as parties realize that the system is meant to help them resolve disputes, not just adjudicate them. So I hope that members of the bar in Guwahati, in the neighboring states, will also come forward, like as I can see a movement throughout the country where the members of the bar have now taken initiative to develop and promote these alternative mechanisms. Ladies and gentlemen, what we begin today will outlast all of us present here. This complex will serve advocates who are yet to enroll, judges who are yet to be appointed, and citizens whose disputes have not yet arisen. It is being built not for this moment, but for the decades ahead, for a Northeast that continues to grow, assert its place within the nation's constitutional framework, and demand institutions that match its aspirations. I see the laying of the foundation stone not as an end point, but as a commitment to leave behind courts stronger and more capable than those we inherited, and to ensure that when our time is done, we can say we gave the institution what it needed to serve well. I'm thankful to the state of Assam, Honorable the Chief Minister, Honorable the Chief Justice of the High Court, my colleague judges in the Guwahati High Court for inviting me and giving this opportunity to share my views with all of you. Thank you very much. All the best wishes. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Zathan Koma was designated as a senior advocate on 6th of September 2010. His Lordship's judicial journey commenced with his elevation as an additional judge of the Guwahati High Court in 2015. Known for his clarity of thought and commitment to justice, his Lordship commands deep respect in legal circles. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Zothan Kumar, Judge, Guwahati High Court and Judge in Charge, Administration of Guwahati High Court, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to this august gathering. It is my privilege and honor to propose a vote of thanks on this momentous occasion on behalf of the Guwahati High Court. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Shri Surya Kant, for graciously having accepted our invitation to lay the foundation stone for the integrated judicial complex in Rang Mahal. His Lordship had stated in Bihar that capacity building in judicial infrastructure is crucial to meet the demands of a growing population, increasing litigation, and disputes of rising complexity. At the inauguration of a heritage building in Madras High Court, His Lordship had stated that judicial infrastructure is not only an administrative concern, but shapes how justice is perceived and delivered. We are immensely proud that the Honorable Chief Justice of India has laid the foundation stone for the integrated judicial complex at Rangmahal and has said that this is a mature approach. Thank you, sir, for being here. I would like to convey our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, for ensuring the dawn of this momentous day. We thank you, sir, for your wholehearted support and help, besides being a pillar for the upliftment of the judiciary. The benefits of the new integrated complex has been spelled out, and I am quite sure it's going to be very hard to argue with what is being promised. Thank you, sir, for the momentous undertaking that you're about to take for the judiciary. We are profoundly grateful to the honorable judges of the Supreme Court who have always played a pivotal role in ensuring the development of the judiciary and infrastructure. The Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, the Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, and Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi, judges of the Supreme Court. Thank you, Your Lordships, for giving us the history of the High Court and the reasons for today's event and how it came about. We thank you, Your Lordships, for your presence has added luster to this day. I would like to convey our gratitude and appreciation to the Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India, who has always been a towering personality and a source of inspiration for advancement of the rule of law. Thank you, sir, for being a part of this momentous day. We would like to extend our deepest appreciation to the Honorable Union Minister of Law, Independent Charge, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal, who has always been a major source of support and pillar for the growth of judiciary in the Northeast. Thank you, sir, for reminding us what the Constitution promises and for being a part of this August gathering within your busy schedule. I would like to show our deepest appreciation and acknowledge the presence of the former Supreme Court judges, Mr. Justice H.K. Sema, Dr. Justice M.K. Sharma, Mr. Justice Abhay Manohar Sapre, Mr. Justice Rishikesh Roy, and their spouses. I would also like to give our thanks to the presence of the Honorable Chief Justices of the Tripura High Court, the Manipur High Court, and the Meghalaya High Court, Mr. Justice M.S. Ramachandra Rao, Mr. Justice M. Sundar, and Mrs. Justice Revati Mohit Dere. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable former Chief Justices of the Guwahati High Court, Mr. Ajit Singh and Mr. Justice R.M. Chhaya and their spouses. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Justice A.K. Goswami, the Honorable Chief Justice of Chhattisgarh, Honorable Mr. Justice I.A. Ansari, Honorable Chief Justice of Bihar, and Honorable Mr. Justice Subhashish Talapatra, the Honorable former Chief Justice of Orissa. Your presence has brightened up today, sir. Thank you for coming to Guwahati. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to my sister and brother judges of all the other high courts for their presence. My brother and sister judges from the Guwahati High Court who have played a major role for ensuring today's event is undertaken seamlessly. I would like to give my heartfelt thanks to the tireless efforts and work of the Registry of the Guwahati High Court. I would like to give my thanks to the Chief Secretary, Mr. Ravi Kota, the DGP, Mr. Harmeet Singh, the Secretary GAD, Mr. Manivanan, the PWD, the engineers for today's milestone program. I would also like to thank the presidents of the bar associations who have come today, Mr. D. Saikia, Advocate General of Assam, Mr. Indranil Chaudhary, Advocate General of Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Biswajit Deb, Advocate General of Mizoram, and Mr. K. N. Balgopal, Advocate General of Nagaland. I would like to thank the additional Advocate Generals of various states, senior advocates, members of the bar, judicial officers, and staff. I would also like to thank the media for their presence. I would be remiss if I did not mention the role played by our Chief Justice, Shri Ashutosh Kumar, who has led us from the front and ensured that today's milestone was made possible. Thank you, sir, for your vision, guidance, and leadership. I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to all the other distinguished guests, dignitaries, and invitees who have sacrificed their time to come and attend today's program. Last but not the least, I would like to convey our sincere gratitude to Srimati Savita Vashish, wife of the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Shri Surya Kant. Srimati Sanghamitra Das Bhuyan, wife of the Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjal Bhuyan. Srimati Suman Mehta, wife of the Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Mehta. Srimati Suman Bishnoi, wife of the Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Bishnoi, and Dr. Tanuja Singh, wife of our Chief Justice Shri Ashutosh Kumar. I would also like to thank all the other spouses of my brother and sister judges, dignitaries, and guests who have quietly given their support for this momentous day and for ensuring a brighter future for the judiciary in Assam. I would like to thank you all once again for attending today's milestone program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now request all present to kindly rise for the national anthem. Thank you.
You never got married, why?
I am currently married.
To?
For the first time, I'm even saying this on a podcast.
Was it a sankat, dharm sankat?
मैं तो प्यार में पागल था ना मैडम.
लोग क्या कहेंगे?
इनर पीस के झरने बहेंगे अगर हम बस ये सोचना बंद करेंगे कि 4 लोग क्या कहेंगे और वो 4 लोग कौन चाह रहे ये तो आज तक हमने पता नहीं किया.
How your name gets mispronounced.
Gold Gopal Das of course was one. And I asked him, how much for 10 grams? Gold.
Who is a monk?
Each one of you can be a monk without having to leave home, without having to leave family, without having to leave your professions and careers, but mastering the mindset.
Can somebody be spiritual but not religious?
Each path or each religion then had a different set of rituals built according to their cultures of how to express your gratitude to the divine. As long as the spirit behind those rituals was very much intact, alive, and in sync with the purpose of those rituals, religion and spirituality were never different.
Are we talking about systems which are now outdated, like marriage, like joint families?
किसी भी वक्त में किसी भी दौर में क्या ये सिद्धांत बदलेगा कि हमको एक दूसरे को समझना चाहिए? क्या ये सिद्धांत कभी बदलेगा कि हमको एक दूसरे को सम्मान देना चाहिए? नहीं बदलेगा. किस तरह से सम्मान देना चाहिए बदलेगा. मेथोडोलॉजीज बदल सकती है. जो सिद्धांत है, जो मूल्य है, जो प्रिंसिपल्स है, जो टेनेट्स है, they don't change.
There must be people in politics who come to you to say that एक शब्द बोल दीजिए, एक लाइन हमारे लिए बोल दीजिए, लोग हमें वोट देंगे.
जिंदगी हमको किस मोड़ पर ले जाती है हम कभी नहीं जानते, तो इसलिए मैं कभी दावे के साथ कभी नहीं कुछ कह सकता. मकसद एक हो, माँ भारती का विकास, माँ भारती की उन्नति. Let political ideologies be different, let religious ideologies be different, let how to live your lives may be different. We may have very different opinions, mindsets, ideologies. No problem. Diversity is beautiful. To all who are watching, wish you all a very wonderful new year ahead. And my sincere heartfelt prayers are that this year and your life be filled with abundance, peace, joy and happiness.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching or listening to another edition of the NI podcast with Smita Prakash. Today we speak with a monk who speaks the language of millennials and corporates. Gaur Gopal Das is a former engineer turned monk who often speaks about leadership, productivity, and self-development. And unlike many modern influencers, he avoids political or ideological lines. His focus is on emotional well-being, relationships, stress, success, and balance, making him acceptable across demographics and belief systems. Swamiji, pranam.
Pranam ji, pranam.
So happy to have you here. I feel blessed that you could come and grace our studios with your presence. I'm most grateful. I'll begin with the obvious question which everybody will have. Who is a monk? And someone who's detached from the world or very much a part of the world and material world, I mean. And what is the role of a monk? Is there any description? Is there a AI generated answer to this or a Wikipedia answer to this or something? Or does everybody have a separate definition?
Right. But first of all, my sincere gratitude, Smita ji, for giving me this opportunity to be here as a part of your podcast. And I remember, I think we met at a wedding, and
Yes.
that's where you asked me to
Yes.
come over as a
My
guest.
goodness.
I remember very
You
well.
remember? Okay.
And I said, yeah.
Yes, I've been waiting since then.
And you know, when you asked me to come, I said, do you have any questions that you could ask to me?
Absolutely.
You said, we'll figure the questions out.
I'm not going to ask you political questions. So.
But no, such a joy, and
Thank you.
my sincere gratitude.
Thank you.
But in answer to that question, is there a standard definition of a monk? Who is a monk? Is a monk a part of the world, or is a monk withdrawn and aloof from the world? I think I would like to refer to the Gita here. And in the Gita, Arjun is not someone who's withdrawn.
Correct.
Arjun is very much a part of the world. Arjun is on the battlefield of Kurukshetra fighting a battle in as much as most of us are fighting battles every day. We are fighting battles within the body. There are battles going on, which leads up to diseases. So much battle going on inside. The body is a battleground. Within the mind, there's a lot of battles going on. At our workplace, there's a lot of battles going on. In our life, there are a lot of battles going on. So I think Kurukshetra is not just a battlefield. Life is a battlefield.
But Arjun is not a monk. He's not a sadhu, guru. Maybe Dronacharya is one, or Bhishma Pitama in some respect.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
So Arjun, being a part of the battlefield, apparently is not a monk, like you very rightly pointed out. You could probably refer to Bhishma, who was like a celibate, as a monk. But Arjun, no, he had a family, he had wives, he had responsibilities, he had power. And right there on the battlefield, Krishna spoke to him the Bhagavad Gita, which was imparting to him what I refer to as the monk mindset.
Okay.
Monkhood is less about externals. Monkhood is a lot about internal principles and mindsets. If somebody cracks that mindset, if someone masters that mindset, You could be in a boardroom leading a company and be a monk.
Okay.
And somebody who hasn't cracked that mindset could be wearing these clothes and not be a monk. So the externals have very less to do with what a monk is. Yes, in the traditional stereotypical sense, we would say a monk is somebody who is left the world, who practices celibacy, who practices meditation, who lives in a monastery, who is very aloof, who is detached. These are the very stereotypical ideas of what we have as, in terms of what a monk is. But to be honest, that's not what I think monkhood is about. Monkhood is really about the mindset. You can have somebody, as an example, so I don't want to take names, but like me, donning the saffron garb and be extremely attached to what I have. And you could have somebody who is a business honko and be extremely detached and adding tremendous value to the society by contributing from what he or she has. You know? Now, where is detachment then?
Okay.
You know? So monkhood means detachment. Does detachment giving everything up? No. Detachment means a mindset.
Okay.
So sometimes you could be in the world and be detached, and sometimes you could be out of the world and be extremely attached. Of course. That's not to take away from people who live as monks. That's not to dismiss what they practice in their lives. The point being, monkhood is for everybody. For some in an external sense, for everybody in an internal sense. Imagine if we could control our minds. Like a lot of times we lose our tempers, you know? And when we lose our tempers, like they say, when the head is hot, the tongue starts working faster than the mind. So our words are unprocessed. They're raw. We end up saying things that we regret. We type a message and send a message which we regret. Imagine having the monk's mindset of holding back. Imagine having the monk's mindset of taking charge and saying, no, I won't allow my mind to rule at this point in time.